No.
No.
I want my coffee.
No. Stop.
All right, everybody. Welcome to the Mink and the Monk.
Welcome to
My
the
name
Mink and
is
the Monk.
Brad Monkel. Got over here Matt Fink. And finally, we have our amazing producer here for the recording with us.
Yes.
The great Pat Flores.
That's me. Hi, guys.
Hello, Pat.
It's been too long.
It's been way too long.
It's been long.
We wanted you here from the beginning, and you finally were able to make
Now
the
I'm
trek
here.
up from New Jersey.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what's your address again? Just put that out there for the
Carlstadt, New Jersey. Send me all the fan mails,
Death threats.
death threats.
All right, I'll be over later. Thanks, Pat. But yeah, I mean, I guess this is part like just the same. Honestly, it feels like just recording an episode with Matt because you're basically part of the team. You're part of the fam, but you're also the lovely guitarist for the Bad Mothers.
That's right.
And you guys are killing things right now. So
Thank you. Yeah, we just put out our newest single, Wasted. We put out 2 other singles before then, and we're releasing an album in December 10th.
a whole album.
Yes, sir.
Full length.
Full length. Yeah.
Very nice.
yeah, I mean,
Excellent.
I've been hearing you guys for years. I mean, back in Albany in the music scene there, you were one of my favorite bands to see live. You guys crush.
Thank you.
And I can't wait to finally hear the full length.
Dude, it's a badass album, I will say. It was one of those things where we really wanted to get it done before the pandemic, but the pandemic happened. And all the gigs stopped, everything stopped, and we had nothing we could do. So we were just like, let's just fucking record this album ourselves. We were supposed to go to Philly and get it done.
Oh, really?
But Kevin has a studio that he's working in Troy. So instead of going to Philly, risking like getting an Airbnb in the middle of the pandemic kind of sucks. We just recorded in Troy.
Oh,
Got
cool.
Scoops to come down here and record it for us.
Scoops
cool.
to Darius.
Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't
Scoops
seen them in a long time.
Dardaris. Is it Dardaris?
I don't know. Am I saying it wrong after all these years?
Dardaris?
Well, we'll just start
Do you know?
with Scoops.
I don't know. I didn't know him the least.
Is it Darius?
Brad, how do you pronounce it?
I don't know.
Brad?
I thought it was Dardaris. What do you say?
Dardaris.
Jeez.
Brad, how do you say it?
Dardaries?
No, dude. God.
Hey,
Arteries.
well, thinking.
Sounds like a heart condition.
That sounds like the thing that can survive in space, that lives in space.
Well, shout out to Scoops. I mean,
Scoops.
Dardaris.
Thinking about him reminds me of in Rose record label when he was like the teacher briefly. When I was introduced to him by my nickname that you gave me.
Oh my
Pat.
God.
Sweet Cheeks?
Sweet Nips.
Sweetness.
Yes.
You gave me that nickname, Pat. Do you remember that?
Did you say nip name?
Could be either at this point. Could be a Freudian
That's a
nip.
great nip name.
That's a great
nip name. Perfect
That was
nip
when
name.
I first met you. It was like the day that name came up, and I'm like,
Sweet nips.
what is happening right now? And I think it was just because you wanted a nickname, or you
No.
didn't. Oh, I thought.
Why did I call you Sweet Nips?
Because we were at Will Fredette's house, and Joe DiTilio said that I needed a nickname,
Okay.
and you immediately said Sweet Nips.
Holy shit. That shit stuck throughout college, too.
Yeah.
Did you hate that, or did you just accept it?
It was apt. It was. I don't know.
I think I used to call you that.
Yes. No, teachers would call me that. I mean,
Sister Nelson's just like, Sweet Nips.
well, that's why I thought of Scoops because he was calling me that
In class?
Yeah, just when I first met him.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
And did he give himself his own? That was his nickname developed at college too, right? Did he give himself his own nickname?
That's his Christian name.
Scoops. Yes.
I don't know.
What is... damn, I guess now I kind of don't know what Scoops' actual name is.
Well, Scoops, email us, write in. You guys, I realize watching the clips back from the other episodes, I'm always doing this. I'm always like...
You're always massaging the tip.
Relax. I was going to say, it's because I'm going to do it even more this episode because you make me nervous, Pat. But I'm not even going to... I can't even make the jokes. The sexual tension between you two, you can cut it with a knife.
Cut it with a fucking machete.
I was fucking out to dinner with my girlfriend last night. You guys are texting in the group chat, making me blush, and she sees it. She already thinks I might be gay secretly. She sees your group chat. Oh my God.
Yeah, well, listen, there's nothing wrong with it, Brad, and I know you really don't like it, but there's nothing wrong with,
Oh no, I know. I'm just saying I'm gonna be playing with the mic a lot this episode.
Cool.
But it really completes the vibe to finally have you here, Pat. I mean,
Thanks, man.
it feels like the Avengers.
Oh, it
are
does kind of
together,
feel like the Avengers.
You know?
It's like the portal opened up.
Yeah. I haven't seen the
stepping through
Avengers.
it. Oh my
so-
God, dude, you need to see those movies.
I know. I'll get.
I'm
to
the big.
it, but-
I stayed up till 6 a.m. the other night, about a week from today actually, to get Spider-Man tickets.
Wow,
I couldn't even get them like
Is there
the
a new
day
movie
up.
coming out?
Yeah, December 17th. I stayed up. I was in the queue for 6 hours, and I stayed up. I was like, I gotta get these.
Oh my God, really?
I fucking love Marvel.
I didn't know that.
Love it. I remember vividly watching the first Iron Man in theaters, and I was like, God damn.
I don't think I saw, and those would be great to see on the big
You have
screen.
to see it in theaters.
Yeah,
It's
I
built for
definitely
that.
did not.
Yeah.
I definitely did not.
I don't see like any new movies. I saw Joker in theaters. That was great.
And that's not even a new movie. You know what
exactly.
I mean?
I don't see new movies. Like I wanted to see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Still haven't seen that.
That's still not even a new movie.
Exactly.
Though.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I don't see new
when
movies.
I'm talking new movies, I'm thinking like Dune, the other Marvel stuff.
Oh, that's a new movie to you? Like,
Exactly.
Oh, I
I
see what
don't
you're saying.
watch.
What's the last movie you remember seeing?
The Shining.
I was actually watching The Shining the other night for the first time, and I didn't finish it.
I've never seen The Shining.
Can you get out?
Do you
Let
have
Pat
the?
and I
How
do-
did you know that? Do you have The Shining? some places just kind of shine.
No, that's your skin. Yeah.
Oh
No,
my-
I just picked The Shining because it's like 1970 something.
Brad's like, yes, actually, The Shining.
Yeah, I just waited online till 6 a.m. to get tickets to The Shining. It's
Yeah.
coming out.
Well, like I was watching it, and I was like, "That's Jack Nicholson. I've never seen him look so young."
That's young Jack.
really
One
young.
Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
I haven't seen that.
You should
Never
see
saw
that.
that either.
Oh, really? That's a legendary movie for him.
Yeah, there's a lot of like really old movies, not really old, but like movies from the 80s or 90s that are considered like really legendary that I haven't seen. Haven't seen The Shining, haven't seen Scarface, haven't seen any of the Godfathers, haven't seen.
Same. Yeah, Godfathers. I gotta get on that.
Come on.
Yeah, it's kind of boring, man. What are their superpowers?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna
What are
co-sign
their
that.
superpowers? Murder. Yeah. What are their superpowers? Yeah. They don't sing songs about it.
Hey, and
They should.
meatballs,
They should.
authentic meatballs.
Yeah, I don't.
Murder and meatballs. Yeah. That's right on the front page of the DVD Blu-ray of Scarface.
Well, no. The other part about those movies is just it's the acting, the writing, the direct. I mean, they're iconic movies for a reason. And they were, much like Jaws or some of those big movies. They almost didn't get made, for various reasons. So it's but I don't know if I've ever met anybody who hasn't seen The Godfathers, and you haven't. Neither one
haven't
of you
seen
have
it.
never seen
Yeah.
it. Pretty amazing.
But I do love the reason I watched The Shining the other night was because I love classics, and I love seeing like where references come from and stuff. Like Family Guy references so many things.
Yeah.
And so I'll be watching a classic movie, and then I'll see like, oh, that's where they
that
got
came
that
from.
And they
Yeah.
do that. I already knew they do The Shining a bunch and Family Guy, but like I don't know.
Yeah.
I love all those little things. Like a I don't know. It's just like a part of like comedy, like getting the reference.
Man, I've never saw The Godfather, but I played the video game because I grew up playing fucking video games, but I was also obsessed with ragdoll physics. Do you know what ragdoll physics are?
I do not.
You know what ragdoll physics are?
I mean, like probably not as well as you, but I know what you're talking about. Like,
I mean, nothing too technical, but it's basically just like if I throw my phone, it's gonna physically go the way I threw it. Like, so if a person falls, they fall like a ragdoll, right? So I played the Godfather game, and I just wanted to get past the story so that I could start throwing people through windows. And then for like 100 hours, that's all I would do. I would grab random people from the street and just throw them through windows. Which is like, this is the best fucking game ever.
I can assure you that has nothing to do with the actual Godfather.
I don't know about you, bro, but my experience in Godfather, a lot of people being thrown through windows.
I'm going through all the murders in my head in that movie, and I don't think anybody went through a window.
so that's your superpower?
Throwing people through windows? Oh, dude, if it could be my superpower.
Seeing people get thrown through windows or shot through windows, you'd have to go with like Narcos. That that there's a lot of people.
I haven't seen Narcos either.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
No. Man, what's that good TV show I've been watching?
Narcos is amazing. I can't believe you haven't
recommended it.
I know it's a great show.
Just saw Ted Lasso.
Oh, that's great.
So good. The Morning Show, Apple TV.
We've been watching the morning show too, my wife and I.
So
it's
good.
So good.
So
Don't
good.
ruin it. I won't.
No.
I won't. I think we're like 4 episodes in, or 3 episodes into the new season.
When Jennifer Anniston dies.
Is she even in it?
Yeah, she's like the main character.
She's amazing in it. I mean, the show, the
whole
writing
cast
is
amazing, dude.
It's a great cast. Billy Crudup, man, that
Who's
dude.
Billy Crudup?
He's the
producer.
He
was the guy from The League, right?
He's not the CEO. He's the boss.
Right.
That guy's amazing.
He does it perfectly too.
Yeah, he's incredible.
He's like sociopathic but nice, and I like him.
Yeah, I like him a lot. He's a great actor. He's just great. I think that's his name. Yeah, that's a great show. That's a lot of fun to watch.
I've never even heard of it.
You watch TV shows too?
Guys, listen, I'm culturally hip. I'll have you know, I've seen the first and last episode of Breaking Bad.
Wow. With Walter
Cronkite?
something?
Are you saying you missed the other 57 episodes and just watched the first and the last one?
Well, I watched the first one before a long time ago, and then like it might have even before the first one. I just went to a friend's house when they were watching the last one.
God damn, man, that's
That's a great show, dude.
That's horrible.
So you know how it ends.
That's
a bunch of people got shot. I don't like.
Yeah, but there's
Spoiler alert.
Jennifer Anniston, no.
Jennifer Anniston dies at the end of Breaking Bad.
Yes.
But like I still feel like I'd enjoy it. Like I might watch it someday, but I'm still finishing Sopranos, which you said before that you haven't seen.
Haven't seen Sopranos.
Yeah.
I still have another season of that, and it takes so long. It's hard for me to like commit to a show that way.
Oh, dude, I love binge watching shows.
Oh yeah, it's great. Yeah, I mean the best one lately I'd say is Better Call Saul has been amazing.
I haven't seen that either, but
yeah,
my roommates love that.
You might as well just wait until they're done, and then
Are
you
they
can
almost
binge.
done?
I think they're in this will be the last season.
Okay.
They're gonna and it was supposed to be out a year ago.
So like I know in that show they're like connecting it to Breaking Bad with like flashback or flash
It's a
forwards.
prequel. It's a prequel.
Are they like getting to the point? Like where does the end of the flash forward lead to? Like him meeting.
So in the last episode, Jennifer Aniston dies.
The last flash forward is Jennifer Aniston getting Cinnabon, getting
She
shot.
was buying a huge bag of meth
Uh-huh.
from Brad Pitt. It's weird. It's a weird show, but they tied it in together, and it's amazing.
Great writing.
Great writing, yeah. Yes, it takes place. I think it's going to, when it ends, it's going to, this season, the last season will end just about the time that we meet Walter.
Right? Gotcha.
Yeah, so, but what's been really cool is that they're peppering in all these other characters that were in Breaking Bad, and you're seeing them earlier in their lives. So they created this backstory that's really amazing. So it's very cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I really love Breaking Bad, man, but
I
when
loved
they
it.
started Better Call Saul, I was kind of like, I think I'm Breaking Badded out.
Which is fine. It's not. It's paced probably a little slower than Breaking Bad.
That's what I felt. Because I watched the first 3
definitely a
episodes
slower
and I was
pace.
like, nah, I'm pretty good on this.
If you give it to the end of that season, you'll be hooked.
Okay.
But they do, because by the end of it, my favorite character. I mean, I love all those characters, but I think Mike might be my favorite
dude, his security
character.
guard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Mike.
So like when he comes on the scene, it's like really engaging. It's really fantastic, you know. But yeah, he's a security guard, but he's an ex police officer.
Yep, he's a fucking badass.
He's a
fucking badass.
And the first time I ever saw him, he's in Beverly Hills Cop 1.
Yeah, I want to get like a shirt, like if like all of his different emotions, and it's the same fucking face, like
Excuse
the
me,
Keanu Reeves thing.
Oh yeah. It is Beverly Hills Cop 1. Is it? Yes, it's part 1. Sorry.
Yeah.
Now, if you tell me that neither one of you have seen Beverly Hills Cop, we'll probably just end it.
I've seen Beverly.
I don't think I've seen Beverly. At least not for a really long. It has Eddie Murphy.
Well,
on it?
yeah, I saw it like on Comedy Central
Eddie
when I was
Murphy?
young.
I've seen it. God, a long time ago. Fuck.
Yeah.
So just
How about like Dr. Dolittle? Seen that?
No, I haven't seen that.
You didn't see that?
No.
Come on, Shrek 1 through 6.
I religiously watch. I mean,
Dude, some people do that shit.
No,
though.
I know. I mean, I've seen them.
I mean, Shrek is good, but it's just a meme.
Yeah, they're like I don't know. I haven't seen them in so long. I'm sure they're fine movies, but
I don't think I ever saw any of the sequels. I saw
Shrek
the first one. Yeah,
So
that was awesome.
see Shrek 2 when Donkey marries like a dragon and has babies with it.
I don't
I'm
believe in
dead
that.
serious, dude.
What?
I am. Dead
I don't
serious.
stand for that.
Did you see the baby dragon, like
Morally.
donkey dragon
I don't
hybrids?
I'm not comfortable
Donkey
with
dragons.
Yeah.
No,
How's that
I
even
definitely
work?
saw 2 and 3 at some point, but like probably only once.
Yeah.
So I don't really remember them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been seeing like a bunch of like TikToks of this one person just intimidating or imitating, not intimidating, imitating Kim Kardashian. And every fucking day I'm hanging out with Phoebe, I'm just like, yeah, yeah, Travis, yeah. I love Pete.
Nice. I'm not. You were talking about TikTok. You said that the Mink and the Monk should get on some TikTok. But
Definitely.
we haven't
Definitely
done
get
that
on
yet.
TikTok, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
You should get on TikTok, dude, because you would really love TikTok. Just as a person who loves, bits and comedy and shit
Oh
like that.
yeah.
Dude, it is. I mean, you're gonna stay up all night because time flies.
Yeah, I can't do that, so I'm not going to check. That's
I
the
know,
reason
but
why
it's
I
worth
can't do
it.
it.
Dude, trust me. It's like when you got addicted to zombies. Remember that era?
Yeah, last year. Do you know I haven't played since? I can
No,
tie.
dude, we should play together.
Listen, I was pissed off the other day, furious, because
Why?
I got this bank charge from Sony. Right, it was for $67, and I'm like, someone
Your
hacked
PS
my
Plus?
card, and it was the anniversary day of when I signed up for the online thing, the PlayStation thing, and I know I set it to not renew, but maybe I didn't. I thought.
They get you with that, dude, and that's kind of shitty too.
I called them up and I called my bank. I had my bank cancel the card because I thought I got hacked. So now.
Sony's coming after you, bro.
So no. So then I called the bank and they're like, okay, we're going to cancel this. We're going to do all this. And then after I hung up, I'm like, oh, no. So now I got to change my card on all my Apple Pay and all that
no,
stuff.
that sucks.
And to boot, I called KeyBank yesterday and I said, where's my card? And they're like, well, we told you it was going to be 3 to 5 business days. I said, okay. I called Sunday. It's Friday. That's 5 business days.
5, yeah.
And then this woman was like, no, it hasn't. And then she started to argue with me on the phone. And I was like, what are you talking about? And she goes, well, I see here that you called on Sunday, but it didn't get processed till Tuesday. And I was like,
how are you supposed to know that?
these 2 business days didn't count? Like I'm supposed to know that you guys are so lame that you couldn't figure out. So I'm not getting my card until Wednesday. Now, luckily I'm a grown up and I have multiple cards. No big deal. But like,
Yep.
But like, that's like a week and a half
Yeah.
of no card.
card.
And every card that I use, like Apple Pay and Venmo, all those things all go through this card. So I got not only do I have to change everything,
You got to change everything in all those fucking apps too.
yeah, I got to change it. And to top it all off, it's clearly my fault. Like
Yeah, that is
I just
definitely 100% your fault. That is, you can't blame the bank. You should call the bank and apologize. You should also contact Sony and apologize.
No, but to end all things, the multi-billion-dollar company Sony did give me back my money, so I could have avoided
but
all.
did they they took out your PS Plus thing?
Yeah.
Okay, dude, listen, like that's kind of shitty too because it was like on sale for $30 for the year. Like,
Yeah, and that's why I got it last year because it was Black Friday sale, and this was on the Sunday after Black Friday that
Oh
I
my
called
God.
because it was a year later.
yeah.
And then, but it wasn't until I hung up on the poor soul on the phone. I'm like, oh, this is all me. I did this. It was so stupid.
You should play again, man. Let's play.
The problem with playing is you youngins, take hours to play a game. Like,
Hours.
I didn't
Me
know
and
that.
Matt would be playing Halo for Matt Dalton. Would be playing Halo for a long time.
Yeah, but don't you have to get up in the morning?
Dude, what time do you sleep every night?
Are you
Well, I just want to know what time I can sneak into your
stalky bastard? I'm up at 5:30.
God, that is so early. That is so early.
Yeah, 5:36. You know.
God.
I mean, listen, my first class is at 9. I got to be ready to So
I get up at 9. Like I get
see,
up.
that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. I can't be lazy like that.
No, I know.
No, I can't go to. But I mean, the problem was over Christmas break last year. I was playing with the boys down in. I don't think me and you ever played.
No, we never got a chance,
Yeah.
man.
I was playing with Aiden down in Nashville, Aiden Sloppy
Oh,
and
yeah.
Josh Morris was on, and
That's a fun crew.
it's a fun crew. The St. Rose Bros, yeah. So yeah, one time I think I got done at like 3:30 in the morning. I had like I was eating a leftover turkey sandwich. I had cranberry sauce dripping on me, and I was like half asleep. And I had
to the life, man.
I had nightmares. I couldn't.
Was it zombie related?
Yes, yeah. I was totally having zombie nightmare. It was horrible. It was horrible.
Dude, that sounds fantastic.
We had I think it was like a 3.5 hour game. And it was like I get the call, I get a text at like 11. Hey, we're going on, and I'm like, or maybe I was already on. I think I might have already been on for.
You were just playing with like random people.
No, but when you're on, yeah, I was playing with random people. So they see that you're on, and they're like, hey,
let's play.
Yeah. So it was the other guy, Sean. Sean uses not PlayStation, the other one, Xbox. Yeah. So I get a text from him through that app. And then I went on, and that's probably why I had nightmares. I just overloaded, like watching a screen of murdering zombies for 5 hours.
I'm really sad I missed this era of you, man.
I'll sign up again, and
Hell
I'll go through this a year from now, and I'll curse out KeyBank and Sony when they
KeyBank is like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Are you fucking kidding me,
What
Matt?
pissed me off was like I haven't used it since like January 7th. Whenever I went back to teaching, I stopped playing.
Yeah.
So it was like $67. It just annoyed me, even after I realized it was my own stupid fault. But nonetheless, I'm sure that neither one of them are watching. And Sony will be all right. I don't think they're going to have to declare bankruptcy.
Sony's gonna
They're going to be fine.
Yeah.
Sony wants to sponsor the podcast.
Sony just bought your Spider-Man tickets. We're buying like
that all
PlayStations. Sony? Yeah, dude. Spider-Man is a Sony property. They're sharing it with Marvel because Sony can't make a good movie to save their lives. So they actually shared like a lot of their Marvel character rights with Marvel because they know how to do it.
Yeah. And now, is that Deadpool?
Deadpool was Sony, and now he's also moving to Marvel. Oh wait, no, sorry. Deadpool was Fox, but Disney bought like Fox, so like they own all the X-Men and Deadpool and all that shit, and they're joining the MCU.
Okay, so there's going to be another Deadpool?
Fuck yeah, there is. Same guy too, Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds is a genius.
He was born to play that fucking role.
I'll watch any Ryan Reynolds movies, even Green Lantern.
I love that he makes fun of that fucking movie in every shot he can get.
Yeah, well, he also, did you watch like the credit takes like at the end of part 2?
No. Oh, that's right. What he killed like the Deadpool with no mouth.
So you're not a fan of any of these?
I've seen a little bit of Deadpool, but I haven't really seen either.
In Deadpool Part 2, he meets what's the guy's name? Who time travels?
Doctor Strange or something?
No, it's like not a common time traveling hero, but they had some sort of like, fuck man, I don't remember his name. He was an X-Men. He was like an obscure X-Men.
Carlin in Bill and Ted's.
That's it actually. That's it.
Yeah, but he gets the ability to time travel. So in Green Lantern was a flop. It was terrible, apparently. I liked it, but most people
terrible.
didn't. I do like certain movies there's some movies that got horrible reviews. That I absolutely like. Another one is Kevin Smith's Red State, which not a lot of people
seen that one.
Not a lot of people know or like, and I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. But
Human Centipede, you love that one.
That one is that's when I'm just alone. Yeah. They don't watch
Someone
that.
walks
We don't
into
watch
you
that with
watching
friends.
that, and you're just on all fours practicing.
Eating cuttlefish and asparagus, right? That's from South Park.
But if you were into Human Centipede, man, where would you be in the rotation?
I think it all. I was gonna say sucks, but it blows. It all blows. It's all terrible.
You got to be in the front, dude.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
prime position.
That is the prime centipede position. I don't think any surgery would happen to you, right? Because they would just, I mean, I guess they would have to sew someone's mouth into your butt, but you know, they wouldn't have to chop your ass apart.
I don't like the way that sounds. I mean,
no, you do.
I'll take it. I'll take front, guys.
You'll take
three of us
Brad,
here.
you're going
Dibs.
middle. Brad, you're going middle. All right, we already know this. We were talking about this before starting the podcast. You're going middle.
All right.
It's like an You know why.
You've sold me, Pat.
I have a good diet,
I'm a very,
lot
very
of Oreos.
amicable centipede play. I'm a team player in the centipede.
You're a team eater. Got it. Got it.
Oh my god. Wow.
Maybe we can take turns being in the middle, though. What do you guys
That's
think?
a lot of sewing.
Send your questions.
Scoops.
Tell
Email
us
us.
who Scoops Darter is. Tell us where you
Scoops Darteries.
Yeah, we're mentioning a lot of the St. Rose Bros.
Oh, they'll love
I know
it.
this is going to be this episode.
If they even watch, they'll love it. Come on, guys.
You know who is watching? I guarantee you who's watching this episode because he loves this guy right here.
Who?
Brian Lee.
Oh,
yeah.
Brian. Dude, I fucking love Brian
Who doesn't
Lee.
love Brian Lee?
You
right?
cannot not love that dude.
Brian Lee is a lovely human
Such
being.
a fucking
Shout out to
Yeah.
Brian.
Shout out to Brian.
Lee. He's
one of the best people I know.
Yeah, we were texting the other night, and he mentioned what a lovely human being you are. He didn't have anything to say about you that was nice, Brad, but
I'm
I
not
think he
surprised.
made up for it with how he was talking about Pat, so you could feel good about that.
Cool. Man, Matt, I can't believe we made like a whole other pot of coffee because it's like before we even started, I was
am
already like
flying right
yeah,
now.
I was like feeling like so wired. I should have said no. But I think
Do you feel the coffee when you drink a lot? Like
I used to not, and I used to drink so much, but
yeah, I don't feel coffee really, man. Like I'll drink it in the morning only as a habit. I feel like at this point, I like the taste.
I love it as a beverage.
Yeah, I love it as a beverage, but I don't really feel the jonesing. I smoke too much weed, so I think it's like kind of offsetting the the wired out with the fucking high. Like
I don't even Jones for it. I get a headache if I don't drink it, but like lately, if I drink a lot throughout the day, I just start to like.
Up until this point, I was getting ready to click "This is made for kids," but now that
been
Pat
over
said,
I'm so sorry.
we can't.
Can I say a bunch of crazy stuff now too? love.
Yeah. Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Wow.
Sponsor us.
Pornhub.
Sponsor
We're
us.
listening.
Vaseline.
KY. Icy hot Shaq. If you're out there,
Icy hot.
that's if you want to get crazy.
That's for afterwards. If you have a pulled ligament or something, you need to add.
If that's
heat.
what you want to call it.
Yeah.
Ligament.
Oh my god, this is like the spicy episodes.
Yeah,
I like
this
it.
is-
Like,
this
like
is
there's
spicy.
like mild with.
This is the spicy hot.
Yeah.
Icy. This is the icy hot episode. Sorry, I might get you guys demonetized.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't care. Well,
That's because you don't have money.
can cut out
I
anything you
care.
want.
Yeah, we'll have the
Yeah.
tough conversations after the camera's done rolling. And we definitely got to pull it back to the bad mother stuff at some point.
Yeah, let's
But I
go-
do. Well, okay. I do have questions about that, but I did want to share something. I had a epic failure of a week for
Okay.
Thanksgiving.
That doesn't surprise me.
Guys, I had the extraordinary luck to interview the great Leo Nocentelli from the Meters.
From the Meters,
the
yeah.
guitarist of the Meters, one of my favorite funk bands. And I've had people on my radio show who have a lot of followers on Instagram and stuff. But as far as historical significance goes, this guy is my crowning achievement, just personally. He was so nice. Yeah, it took like he had to reschedule like twice, and it was tough, but we had a good interview. He had to end it a little early, but he was like, "Oh, I gotta go," but you're a good interviewer. Like this only happened because you made it happen. You kept like sticking with me.
Persistence,
and
man.
he was so nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then the show was supposed to air on Thanksgiving, and he calls me in the morning, and he's like, "Oh, how do I hear it from New Orleans?"
Oh,
And I
does he
told him
still
what
live
was
in New
up.
Orleans?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
He didn't fly down to New York to do the interview.
no,
or
it was over the
he-
phone. We did it
Oh,
over
I
the
gotcha,
phone.
gotcha.
And
But he flew to New York to get on the phone with you. Am I wrong in this? Isn't that how phone interviews work?
That's how podcasts work, man. Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Shut up, man.
Yes. Fucking God.
I mean, for those who don't know, he just released a new album. It was like it's a 50-year-old recording he made, like right before the Meters, like as we're
Really?
getting off, and it was like a lost thing. Like the
Wow.
recordings were stored away. They got almost destroyed in Hurricane Katrina,
Wow.
and they were rediscovered a couple years ago. And it's like a 50-year-old album he made. It's like a country funk kind of album. Super cool album. Leo
Wow.
Nocentelli, Another Side.
Is it out now?
Yes, it just came out, and I got to do the interview, and he was interviewing like he was featured in like the New York Times, the Washington Post.
Damn. That was a
Pitchfork.
big name to interview, dude.
Well,
for sure.
And,
He
I,
is.
and
Yeah,
I was
that's
like,
it's a great interview.
well, I was like, oh, he must not care that much about my interview, but he's being super nice. But he was like, yeah, like how do I listen? And he wanted to listen in, and then during the airtime when the show was playing, he calls me and says it's not playing. And he was like trying to figure. He's like, oh, I don't know what's up. Like, what's going on? And he said that like he was told a bunch of people about it, like industry people, like big people to listen. And
what happened?
And they made a mistake at the station, and the episode didn't air. And he was like, "Oh, I'm so embarrassed because he told all these people." And I was so mad.
So this was audio only. This wasn't video.
Yeah.
So he wasn't embarrassed.
But it was recorded though, right? Like you didn't forget to press record.
Yeah.
Or
Well, I'm just
like
glad
that.
I went on.
So
the
you didn't do anything wrong on your end.
No, it wasn't my fault, but it was still super embarrassing for me just because he was so nice and embarrassed. Like he got embarrassed.
But he was embarrassed because of what you look like. Or no, you said this was audio. You said it was audio. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but he was still embarrassed. He described it pretty vividly in the episode.
Yeah, that's why he cut the interview short. I was talking about it.
You're a ginger? Fuck this shit.
And yeah, it just ended off like super sad. Like he was like, oh well, thanks anyways. I kind of just want to forget about this though.
Oh wait,
like,
really? So was he like actually super bummed out about it?
Yeah,
like,
well, yeah, he was disappointed, and he had told people who were like,
dude, did you make a kind of like a big deal with like the station about that, being like, yeah, what the fuck?
I was mad. I was super mad, but I was kind of nice in the emails just because I'm like, they re-aired it once now. They're gonna try and re-air it again this week, and I'm just gonna keep being like, you sure you can't keep re-airing it? Because I just want to be able to like tell him like I got it.
But it is airing.
Yes, it aired.
Is it recorded?
And
like,
I put
can
it
you
on
like
YouTube?
Okay,
yeah, I put it on YouTube,
and
but it was just embarrassing for him that
because he told people about it,
and otherwise,
that's like being cut out of a movie that you came to a premiere into, right? You know?
But like, it wouldn't have been a big deal to me. It wouldn't have been as embarrassing if it didn't mean that much to him. Like it did. It shouldn't mean that much because he's doing all these big interviews, and then he gets on my show and he tells all these people about it, and I dropped the ball. Like I didn't.
You didn't drop the ball. The station dropped the ball.
Yeah. But it was super embarrassing. And kinda,
I get that like hilarious. You feel bad by proxy, but like you did your part. Like you did a good job. He was so stoked about that interview. He told people about it.
Yeah, that's great.
And it's your station's fault for not delivering on something that you performed exceptionally on.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty mad at the station, but whatever. It's
sponsor us, station.
Yeah, sponsor us. I won't go any further at the station. They're it's whatever. They're doing what they can. Mistakes happen.
Mistakes happen.
I just feel bad for Leo because he was so cool to me.
Yeah,
and he's a legend, and he's like an inspiration to me, and he was that cool, and it's just funny that I embarrassed him.
Yeah. I have a similar story, but a little worse in a sense of like when I was working at. Well, I'm still working at
when I had a radio show.
Yeah. So we had a chance to interview Slipknot, their bass player, backstage during one of their shows. So it was me and Christian interviewing Alex Venarella of Slipknot because he uses our stuff. Great interview, went really well. We got some B-roll. We got a camera crew, audio crew there. It was awesome and good content. He was playing through the examples that he was doing, all these like atmospheric, stuff that you wouldn't think Slipknot would play, but it's nice to get that kind of like, behind the scenes. And as we were editing the video, no, it wasn't recording audio. The whole interview was not recording audio. So
how did you not know that?
I wasn't monitoring audio.
Oh.
So I don't know how it happened. It happened one way or the other. But
yeah. Let me check the audio.
Yeah. Cameras okay, we're still recording. But dude, it was brutal because we tried to salvage the audio using just the camera audio, and it was loud. It was backstage. We were laved up,
Yeah.
It was one of the most, to this day, I still think about that, and it's like, God, what an embarrassing
It just it happens, though.
Because you have to hit up
on the
Slipknot.
biggest of stages, though. I mean,
Right.
we all have seen these. I mean, I have never made a mistake like that, but
You're
guys,
perfect.
it makes
You're
sense.
Perfect.
Yeah. No, but like I always bring up, you just people that kind of thing screws up. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
But yours isn't really.
It's not my fault.
It's not a screw up.
I was so mad though because it was honestly the worst part of my Thanksgiving. Like I had a good day otherwise, but like I was so mad, like embarrassed for myself that I embarrassed him.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with you though.
Yeah, no,
it had nothing to do with you either.
I get what he's coming from though, because you take that weight.
Yeah,
it's not like the
sure.
person you interviewed can contact the station, but he kind of put the responsibility onto you, even though it really wasn't like yours. It was.
No, he didn't.
I
He
get
didn't
where
put
you're
the
coming
responsibility in, but the fact that he cared enough to
Yeah.
be interested, and then he was disappointed.
Yeah.
If he hadn't been interested in listening and it happened, I would have just been like, oh, I'll just get
whatever.
weird.
Right, but he invited people to listen to it.
Yeah.
Dude, that is brutal.
It could have been worse because it didn't look like my fault because when we went on the website, I went on the website to check, and it did say my name and his name and my other guest. Shout out Cole Davis, great bass player. It said our names on there, so it should have been playing, but it was just some other thing.
It was a holiday thing, probably, right? They had something else on there.
No one was in the station.
Right.
But if my name hadn't been on the website and it wasn't playing, I would have been like, oh God, he thinks I lied about having a radio show.
Yeah, you're just...
what was like the last interaction you had with him, like about the episode?
We talked on the phone, and I sent him a text the other day when it got re-aired, and I said like,
did he listen to it? Like when
he shared my posts and stuff.
Gotcha.
Great.
But like we haven't talked otherwise. But it's cool. He was still like gracious. He was gracious throughout the whole thing.
He sounds like a nice guy, man.
Oh yeah, he was super nice. But I can tell he was disappointed at that. But it's like it's not a huge deal in the grand scheme of things. It's just kind of funny. And shout out Leo. Check out his album Another Side.
I didn't know that was that. I will absolutely check that out.
It's a dope album.
I'm sure it is.
It's got George Porter Jr. on bass, and Zigaboo Modalist on drums, and some other really, I can't remember his name. Another great drummer, and who was it? I think it's Alan Toussaint.
That makes sense
on keys, but great, really cool album.
It wasn't Neville. That wasn't one of the Nevilles.
No. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, but because I know it was George and Zigaboo on most of it. But
cool,
super like historical, cool album.
Yeah, I bet.
And really great, beautiful sound. Like they were supposed to be demos,
and it's from 1971.
Yeah, I think so.
You said 50 years.
Yeah,
right?
no, it is like exactly 50 years. So I think it was 71 or like.
Did he re-record anything, or it was just like mix it, master it, and then put it out?
Yeah, it just got like rediscovered, and it sounds super like.
Well, they were a live recording band anyway. I mean, you're probably used to that. I mean, that's what they were. They were that kind of rhythm section. They didn't. Yeah. And that's amazing. I didn't know that was a thing. I'm looking forward to checking it out.
Yeah, no, it was. Yeah, and again, I'm super lucky I got to talk to him, but it's just funny that I embarrassed.
Yeah, well, dude, listen, you know.
No, it's whatever.
Yeah, you made a huge mistake, and it's embarrassing, and everyone's gonna remember it.
I was gonna say, for what it's worth, it probably wasn't the only thing he was embarrassed by with you. So if he had to choose, you know.
Okay, another thing that I'm gonna issue a threat. I'm a little.
Are we getting any live questions, by the way?
Nope. No one has questions for us
I'll
on
ask
Instagram.
a question.
That's not what. Oh yeah.
Pat, what's up? Chilling.
Okay, but actually, I would like. I'm over it with the radio station, but I'm gonna issue a threat on the show right now.
You heard it here first.
There's a certain somebody that I went to college with. I don't even know him that well. He's a nice enough dude, and he's recording a Christmas song with his wife, and he got me to play bass on it. So I tracked bass for this dude's Christmas song that him and his wife are recording. And I sent it the day I told him I was going to send it, and I left it. And then a couple days later, I messaged him on Instagram, and I was like,
Did you get it?
Like, hey, dude, you got that? Like, I just want to check in. Like, we're good, right? Left me on red.
Oh.
A few days later, I was like...
Just follow up again.
Just question mark. A few days later, left me on red again for the question mark.
What the heck?
And then I gave him. It's been like probably. It's almost been 2 weeks since I sent it, and I sent him the 3 question marks. Has he seen that yet? He was active 50 minutes ago, but he has seen it. He saw the 3 question marks, and he hasn't gotten back to me. He owes me money.
Oh my god!
He's probably not even gonna watch this, but I'm gonna call him out on air if he hasn't gotten back to me.
Wow, dude, throwing shit. What? Wait, I hate that, dude. I hate it when that shit happens too. I keep cursing, by the way. Is that cool?
I don't care.
You know?
Like,
I don't know if the producers are gonna like it, but
no, the producer's gonna hate it. I already know I'm going to be mixing this, and I just hate the sound of my own voice.
Oh, cool.
I love it.
Thank you.
So that's 2 to 1.
Thanks, Brad.
Because I hate it too.
I hate you.
But so yeah.
Do I know this person?
Maybe.
Oh.
I don't know.
He went to St. Rose?
Yeah.
From our generation.
Is he a guitar player?
Listen.
We'll talk off air.
I'm gonna put out a guess. It's Sister Marianne Nelson.
Sue Walsh.
Sue Walsh.
Shout out Sue Walsh.
Juan Archuleta.
Dude.
He's right out in my lobby playing right now.
He's next.
Oh, I missed that.
Come in, buddy.
No, but if I don't hear back, I'm just gonna start talking about him on the show until I get my money.
I think you should have merch made. I mean, really, just go full on.
Yeah, why not, dude? Give me my money, bitch. Kinda.
Oh my God! All this laughing and coffee, head rush. I'm like literally getting lightheaded right now. Oh my God!
I'll give you mouth to mouth.
Okay.
Wait, you said you're getting lightheaded?
Thanks, buddy.
I thought you just wanted mouth to mouth.
Okay, so yeah, that's been my business, but I don't know. I mean, again, we're gonna get back to the bad mother stuff. How you been, Matt? Like, what's been up with you?
I've been good. I was really looking forward to hanging out with you guys today. That's as far as I thought about it.
This is like
very
the
nice
trifecta.
Yeah, I mean, the restraining order expired with you, so you're allowed back here.
You're cool here.
And my wife is leaving, so you're still
leaving
allowed.
You or like leaving the house?
No, she's leaving the house, so Brad's allowed.
Good.
She said if Brad comes in here one more time, I'm leaving you though.
She's actually she's very excited. She's going to see En Vogue tonight.
Oh, nice. Are you going to that?
No, I'm here with you guys.
Okay, cool. Well, that's probably worth more better. Right?
This is more better.
More better.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm hotter than all the members of En Vogue combined.
Way hotter. Come on, I'm Filipino. Doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
I'm just pointing it out. No.
Okay.
Yeah, they're playing. I think they're at UPAC tonight, or they're at the place in Poughkeepsie. But she's got front row center, so she's very excited.
Damn, that's awesome.
And she's taking our niece and I believe her sister. The three of them.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome. You guys go to a lot of cool shows, man.
My wife gets tickets to all. I don't get. She just gets tickets and tells me the dates. The last time I got tickets, we were in. She called me from school. She said, "Can you get Bruno Mars tickets?"
Oh, dude.
Right. We were in the last row on the highest. They were horrible seats.
Oh, what's it still worth it though?
No.
Yeah.
No, the band sounded amazing.
But it was in the nosebleeds, so it's like...
The problem it was definitely the highest, literally the behind me was where the ceiling started.
Oh, dude. How much were the tickets like for something like that?
They're still 100 and something.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude.
But the problem that I have with going to concerts is I maybe just because I'm old, but I don't want to stand the whole night. I want to sit. I want to enjoy the show. I don't want. I'm not saying I get orchestra seats, for Metallica where there's no seats and it's the mosh, and I'm complaining But if I'm going to see a concert of music I enjoy, I want to sit. And there were thousands of screaming teenagers in front of me, and that kind of ruined it as well. But
I don't feel that, Matt. I only go to Bruno shows for the mosh pit.
Yeah, dude. Bruno shows you throw the fuck down.
It was still a great concert. It sounded great. Did it go off?
No,
No, we're good.
It's my eyes are up here, Pat.
Just looking at
that we might have to beat. Maybe not.
Yeah. We're fine.
We're fine.
I don't know. We'll talk about all of this later, but we're fine.
I don't know where we're going with that, but that's where the missus is going this evening. So other than that, I'm fine. I was looking forward to seeing you boys today.
Well, nice, dude.
I'm sorry, but I mean, speaking of like having nosebleed seats, you guys remember when we all saw Louis C.K. separately?
Oh,
first night of the pandemic.
We did want to do that night, right?
Yes,
I'm pretty sure I had Corona that night.
You definitely had Corona. You were like, your head was pounded. You couldn't breathe. You're like, I don't know what's going on.
I was like, I cannot miss the show.
And that was February. No, March, right?
That was right before the lockdown.
It was the week of the lockdown. We saw him on a Monday.
Yeah.
And school locked down on the Wednesday. Now, here's the best part about that, where I was. Not the best part, but this is hilarious. There was a full faculty meeting in person the day of the lockdown to discuss things moving forward. There's 170 people in this room just like, yeah, what are we going to do?
I guess we all got to socially
wearing
distance.
masks. No one's doing anything. And we're all in, like, I mean, I just thought it, in hindsight, like, this was before masks were a thing. This was like, so it was, I just thought that was hilarious.
Yeah. Well, everybody was still figuring it out, man.
Well, that was like the last big thing before like the lockdown really happened, and I had the very back right seat with my friend Chris.
I remember seeing you there, but I don't remember where you were sitting.
So yes, you guys. I saw
leaving.
you guys walk past us, and we were in the very back left of the whole theater. And I think I've told you this, but I don't think I've told you.
No.
While we were watching in the middle of the show, some drunk dude was like leaning on the railing in the walkway behind the seats, and he pissed himself right there behind us.
Dude, I couldn't find a bathroom.
And we just were just like, what the fuck? What do we do?
What did it taste like? Just put a cup underneath there. Man.
Oh my
Drinks are
goodness.
expensive. Man. I'm sorry.
No, I think that is known as Albany lemonade. I'm pretty sure that's what that is.
Long Island iced tea.
Nice pea. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, so what did they do?
Like-
was it while Louis was on, or?
yes, like.
But it wasn't because Louis was that funny.
No, something
It was a good show, though.
something was wrong with the guy.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Louis was funny that night. That was hilarious.
Yeah. Louis was giving the front row something, if you know what I mean.
Oh God.
That's when did he come out? What was his opening line?
Oh, he came out.
So so what have you guys been up to or something like that? Like, it was like something.
Anybody else been in trouble for like
Yeah,
the
he
last
talked about
2
it the
years?
first 10 minutes. Yeah, he went right into
He
it.
needed to do that,
Yeah.
though, dude. If you didn't bring that kind of stuff up, like,
No, the whole audience just kind of fell out at that point. It was
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an interesting thing to see. I mean, it was.
We drove together, didn't we?
I drove up to Albany with Colin.
Oh, but you
and
picked me up at the school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you picked us up at the school. I think we got pizza too, or something like that.
Did we? I don't remember.
Yeah, because I remember you leaving your car and just me and Colin, like, I'm threatening Colin that I'm gonna rub my body all over like your steering wheel or something like that.
Oh, because you weren't feeling well.
Yeah,
'Cause
or
you had
I
to-
mean, I didn't really mean it like that. I just wanted to rub my body all over your steering wheel and see if you'd notice it.
Just
Just to see if you'd
do you
notice.
see if I visually see you doing it? And
No,
notice?
like the scent, the
Just-
aroma.
the pat scent.
Yeah, you'd smell it. It's like adobo.
Your post-COVID musk.
I couldn't even hug, dude. How it was so hard
We
not
we
loving
didn't-
on you
yeah,
as hard
we
as I
didn't-
usually
we didn't
do.
the normal handshake or hug. I remember
Dude,
that
it was
because you weren't
so
sure.
hard. I wasn't
You
sure,
weren't
and I
sure.
was covered from bottom up, dude. It was brutal. I felt terrible.
But you never got tested.
Well, no, I did. I got tested afterwards, but I tried to, man. Before the show, I tried to get tested.
It was hard to get tested
No one
then.
was taking me seriously,
yeah,
dude.
yep.
Everyone was just like, "It's a cough." Like you got to. And I'm like, dude, this is not a cough. Like I
Yeah.
feel horrible right now.
And it might have just been a flu. You don't. We
Could
you
have been,
just
but I
don't
got.
know.
I tested positive for antibodies, so I was like, I definitely
You
had
definitely
it.
had it. Yeah.
I definitely had it at one point, whether it was that time or another.
Right.
You know, who knows?
Yeah, that was fun. I mean, it was a fun night. I remember having a good, but I remember you weren't feeling well.
I was not feeling good.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was the other anecdote I wanted to touch on because we were talking about the nosebleeds.
Great. Both really great anecdotes, Brad.
I love your
Awesome.
anecdotes.
Yeah.
You're known for your anecdotes, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. We call you Brad Anecdotes Moncal.
Yes.
We do.
Oh my god. Or what do we call our fans? The anecdote? The anecdotals?
What do you call your fans? You have to have a name for your fans.
Mom.
Moms.
Mom. I don't even know if my sister or brothers have subscribed, but I know my mom has. So,
Mom.
yeah, that's what I call my fan.
Yeah.
We added another subscriber just before we started filming, so
Hey, you know.
like and subscribe.
Comment,
Yeah.
subscribe.
Comment and no, rate. You got to give us. We got our first Apple Music or Apple Podcast rating yesterday.
Nice. Oh, dude, we're
5
blowing
stars?
up.
Stars.
Tell your mom I
Really?
said thank you.
Yeah, I don't think my mom uses iTunes.
It's like a fake account. Not
Shout out
Matt's
to my
mom.
mother, but she did email me earlier. She thought she was. She thought I'm not laughing at my mother. I love my mother, but she said she thought she subscribed because she was watching the video and Pat put the subscribe.
I've had this fear, dude.
Yeah,
I've
you
been
put
like,
it on the screen, and I was like, no, that's just a prompt to tell you to actually click the
subscribe.
button. It turned. I don't even know if my mother has a YouTube account. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
So, but I just thought it was funny. Like I could see that happening, but my mother she's like, I thought I was subscribed, and because of you put the tags in there.
Yeah.
I'm not
that's just a
laughing
reminder.
at my mother. I'm
Oh, that's
laughing
so
with
sweet
my
that
mother.
your mom like is listening.
She
though.
loves all the.
That is
She
awesome.
loves all the shows. She's constantly emailing me, telling me that she enjoys them. She doesn't.
If my mom's listening,
She doesn't like the other guy in the show.
She doesn't.
You know.
Wait, what do you mean,
She
Matt?
loves.
Brad, we're trying to
She
talk.
loves the Mink.
Why are you
part of the
covering up
show.
your other hand?
I wasn't.
Yeah, we're just. He's just pointing to his hand.
Yeah.
So Brad, just not like Brad.
Yeah. Brad. Yeah.
So did she talk about me?
Brad.
I wouldn't call it about you, but yes.
Elaborate.
I can't. This is one. Oh, we're not for kids anymore. All right.
Shout out to Matt's mom.
If my mom sees this, she's gonna see a side of me that she's never seen before. I'm like not the same around my family as I am like around anyone else.
Oh, I'm pretty much it. This is it. This is my only speed.
Who is?
I'm like, wait, like, dude, if I'm around my family, they think of me as like someone who's quiet, introverted, emo kid.
What?
Yeah, dude, and I'm not like that. Like,
they haven't seen your grinder.
They definitely know I smoke. Dude, for the first time ever, I smoked pot at my mom's house during Thanksgiving this year. My friends Shy and Babs were like, let's get high. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm like, I guess it's legal now. It's okay, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know if my mom frowns upon it, but she was cool. I mean, like, I didn't smoke it in the house. I smoked behind the shed. I didn't tell her I smoked. I just walked in, but I could definitely tell that I smelled like weed.
Oh, you actually was like an analog. It wasn't, you weren't doing the vape.
No, yeah, I was smoking a joint. Oh, yeah.
Because I've seen your pen. You have like the...
I don't do the pen stuff anymore. The pen is like strong, man. It's dangerous.
Yeah. I remember you saying that.
Yeah.
I just don't there's no scent to the pen. That's so I'm assuming
it smells good. Like
but it doesn't stick on you. It's not oily like actual pot smoke.
Yep.
So I'm told.
Well, okay, you know, if we're airing it out here on the show, I smoke weed too. So if any of my relatives are disappointed in me, share it in the comments.
They were disappointed before you said that.
Yeah, you've given them a lot of reasons, especially this last Leo interview that you screwed up.
Oh, dude, you screwed that one up. Sorry.
Wait, I get like death threats from my relatives. My aunt's like, "How could you drop the ball?"
They know my address. They're coming to my address, being like, "Fuck Brad." I'm like, I know. How often do you smoke? You think, man?
I don't know. Like lately, it comes in waves. Like lately, it's just like I don't know, maybe like 4 or 5 days a week. But I like sometimes it'll be like just
pretty
like,
regular.
Yeah. Sometimes it'll be like just like a joint at the end of the day or something.
You were already a pothead in college too. You were already smoking, right?
Yeah. I mean, I definitely smoked like more during college.
Yeah.
But
like I smoke every day, dude. At this point, I quit for a while, like a week or two.
When you had COVID.
Nah, like I was still going then. I was like, this is the only thing getting me through. But yeah, I smoke almost every day now. My therapist was like, we probably shouldn't be doing that if you have depression and anxiety. And I'm like, fuck you. Literally. I was like, fuck you. I'm not going to stop smoking. Fuck you.
Well, do you feel like that? Like it helps?
It really helps me, man. Like, that's what I told him too. I'm like, he's like, you know, you're suffering from depression, anxiety. You shouldn't be using mind-altering substances if you don't want to go back in meds. Because I took meds for a while and I was like, I don't like this, man. I felt like really lethargic. Like, just it was hard to explain, but you just basically would go through your day and just be like, oh, God.
Like no up, no down, just kind of
just neutral.
Neutral.
Yeah. Which I didn't like.
Wait, are we talking about e-brake again?
Pull the brake here.
Just neutral, so get back on track. Sorry.
It's a good therapy session.
Shout out to
if you know, you know.
Shout out to you. You know.
You know.
Anyways,
no, dude. But so it really helps me, man. I guess when I was depressed, and well, I still am. I shouldn't say when I was, but when I do get to the point where it's like severe depression and anxiety, I can't eat, dude. Like I'll take a bite of something and my stomach will physically hurt, like from just the anxiety.
Really?
Of just like, fuck, I just don't want to be here. I don't want to be anywhere. Even if I'm in a comfortable spot or anywhere like that, like I'm just like, God, I don't want to fucking be around anything.
You never feel like that when we're together because I always pay the bill and you eat up a lot of food, man. You know, like
the refried beans in that Mexican place is amazing. But I gotta tell you, man, like,
I'm just kidding, by the way.
I don't know if I ever told you this, but when I first started taking therapy, I was like in a worse spot, right? And the first time I brought you up to my therapist, like I would bring you up and talk about you, and he would stop me. He was like, dude, like, who's this person? I'm like, oh, he's my guitar teacher, my mentor, and a good friend of mine. He was like, you glow when you talk about Matt. Because I was telling him, like, after college, I lost touch with a lot of people. I was going through a lot. Like,
we spoke, though. I remember you calling. I didn't realize you were going through so much.
Well, I was going through, like, a bad breakup at the time, and then, like, I was it fucked me up.
Were we talking before that? I don't remember. Like, it's just
we talked a little bit, because that happened almost right after I left college.
So I remember I was on my deck. Dirty bastard. I was on my e-break. I was on my deck on the phone with you for like an hour and a half when you were telling me everything. I remember that conversation because I was heartbroken for you. I didn't like it was just that was but I remember that, and I don't remember in relationship that was pre-pandemic, but I don't remember when it was in relationship to when you left school.
Yeah, it was about a year later. But
so we must have talked before.
We definitely talked a little bit, but not. I missed you a lot because you were like my main.
Yeah.
Well, no, I could talk to about this kind of shit.
I have a poster of you still in my room. Like I
But man,
all the new students are like, who? What is that? Like they don't know, they don't understand. Like that's the expression. It's like a yes, no, can't figure. Like why?
Yeah, it's Pat.
Why is this? Why is that on your? It's huge.
It was like the pin to stash on the Patty Flowers game.
Yeah,
everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's how much you mean to me. That like my therapist would be like, dude, you're glowing when you talk about him. Anytime you talk about him, you are happy. And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, that's very sweet. So he told you to stop hanging out with me and to stop smoking weed.
Fuck that guy.
All the things that make you feel better about stop those right away.
He's like, yeah, and our time is up.
I remember you telling me that your therapist did say that. Are you still seeing the same person?
Yeah, same person for like the last 3. Shout out Dr. Fuck you, I'm gonna keep smoking weed. I gotta send him this clip, dude. He's gonna fucking crack up.
That's funny.
Yeah, well, I like don't connect with as many people that I used to hang out with at St. Rose, and I feel like I haven't seen you in so long. So it's good. It's so great to have you here, Pat.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Thank you.
You know, I'm sure you don't talk as glowingly to your therapist about my ginger ass. But
I never mentioned you once.
Yeah, I kind of.
You kind of glow all on your own.
But it is so good to see you again.
No, dude, it's awesome to see you. We had a good time in college, man.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
Yeah, we can't talk about some of it, but
but the times that we had were awesome. I mean, I remember like the recording ensembles and all that stuff was super fun. Like
I remember, and jazz ensemble was fun.
Fun. Yeah. And your convos.
Yes,
dude, those were so fun.
Dude,
yes,
I was just watching the Snarky Puppy thing the other day.
You got robbed.
Yeah, but you know, it's yeah, I don't know why, but
because you got robbed.
At least everyone knows I got robbed.
You got
on
robbed.
that last one. So
yeah, you got robbed. Is that the one that I went? Wait, was that
That was
Guthrie?
the one you went to. No, the Guthrie Governor one was the first convo I did, and then the last one was the last one you came to as well, because I remember I felt really good that you were like, I don't have to be here, but I'm here, and I'm like, oh man.
No, I didn't say that. Is that how I said it to you?
That's not, damn. I don't gotta be here, but I'm fucking here. Good job, I guess.
No, but I drove up to see it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how I kind of like, you know, like it took it. I was like, oh, you didn't have to be here, but you're here, and it meant a lot. So so that was the last one, the Snarky Puppy one. That was cool.
My defense,
that's fucking awesome.
In my defense, you were the reason I was there, but I wouldn't have said that to you. like, I got out of bed early for this. Better be good.
Yeah, that was a good time, man.
Was I at the Snarky one? I don't think so.
You were at the last one. That was also I did 2 Snarky Puppy ones. You weren't there for the other one.
Okay,
that was fine. The Talk Box one, and then the other one was the last one.
Okay.
Yeah,
I remember working on those with you. I mean, I remember you were playing me that stuff. Yeah. And the Guthrie was. Did I introduce you to Guthrie Governor?
You did. You introduced me to Erotic Cakes, and it was just.
I was never the same after Erotic. Do you have that album?
No.
That's the.
Dude, have you listened to that album?
No. I mean, I've listened to
like some
it on
Guthrie
clips.
No, it's
on
not on
YouTube.
Spotify.
It's not on Spotify.
It's not on any streaming. I only do it through YouTube. Like the full album's uploaded to YouTube, but that's the only place
you should absolutely. I ordered it directly from him, like his website.
Oh, you could buy it. Yeah.
Yeah, you could buy it. But he was just selling those like at gigs.
Yep.
Like it wasn't like a mass didn't have like a mass distribution thing. That record's amazing. That record is just like
good.
It should be named "I Can Play Guitar." Check this out. Like every tune is like it's just mind blowing.
Waves that like really long riff, like boo doo boo doo doo doo.
Yeah, and that's his brother playing bass on there.
Yep.
Yeah. Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
And same drummer as Aristocrats, right? Miniman.
Is it? I didn't know that. It's fantastic.
Yeah, he's another guy. Like I've seen clips of him. They're both amazing. I just don't know a lot of.
We saw them live.
Yeah, we saw them live.
That was a great night.
Aristocrats. Oh, dude, I remember after coming out of that night, you're like, we gotta do this again. It doesn't matter where they're
Well, we saw Robin Ford too.
Yep, that was
and
awesome.
we're going to see Eric Johnson.
Yeah.
In you're not invited, but me and you are going. Just me and Pat. We'll go see like Carrot Top or something if you want.
Something you can relate to.
I might bring you up in therapy too.
Every time you bring this guy up, you start to cry.
You should go talk to him.
No, I don't do therapy yet, but we'll get there.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. Therapy's good, man.
No, I think I should do it. I just haven't I'd like to do it
Once
one
you
day,
can admit it that it's your fault, then you should go.
Yeah.
But until then, you still think it's everybody else.
Do you have like insurance, like healthcare and shit like that from your gig?
No, I still have it through my parents, I think.
But they cover probably like therapy.
Probably. I could probably do it. I should do it because I know I would like it.
Dude,
but
I'm
good.
awesome.
I'm good at managing it. Like I'll have like rough days and I'm good at managing it, but I do know I would like it. So I do
it's really
do it
not
at some
even
point.
about like the managing the bad. You have no idea how many things I was like, oh man, I was really repressing that kind of stuff. Like until I talked to a therapist, and maybe it's like stuff that I already knew that were obvious, but just needed to be brought up to me.
It's
And
really
just
great. Just being able to talk about it. It's great.
Yeah.
To ask, like, am I crazy? Is this way? Like,
Right. If you have to ask, you're not. It's true though. I mean, like people who are truly like really disturbed or have real they don't
ask if they're crazy.
yeah,
And
no, that's the thing. It's like
yeah.
I'm like I don't think I need it, but I think it'll be good. I think everyone should do therapy.
No, it's helpful to be aware of like when you're being like that, what you're doing to yourself. You don't realize you're doing it through just your own dialogue or your own monologue, I should say.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
but
it's very helpful, and you always hate going into it and feel great coming out of it, or at least was that just me? Like
well, when I first started doing it, it was obviously you're like shielded and stuff.
You
like
don't
that.
want to
like,
go, but then as soon as you like the hour later, like
you're like, God, I do not value myself like that. Yeah.
It's like going to the gym. You afterward you feel you don't know this, but when you go to the gym,
oh, I do know this. Look at those arms, man. Jeez. How much you curling now?
Curling. I don't know what a max curling. I'm doing.
Well, you told me the other day.
Reps with sets of 16 with 83 pounds on the barbell.
Pretty good, man.
Feels.
How
good.
much are you like deadlifting?
405.
God damn.
So I was going to say
strong,
something about
dude.
like one of your loved ones, but I can't because they're probably.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Do say it.
Not you. I wouldn't say it.
No,
to
I
you.
say it's for. I'm giving you permission to say it to Brad.
We'll post some deadlifting videos to the website if you want to see
Sponsor
them.
us.
Yeah.
Deadlift.
Well, also I was going to say this is very
please deadlift.
Deadlift.
Sponsor
If you're
the
interested.
podcast.
we're being very pro mental health. So BetterHelp. If
BetterHelp.
wants to
Yeah,
sponsor
I
us,
know Mark Maron. That guy's old news. You know. This is where we're here.
we have the real poll.
Yeah.
I was laughing so hard. His commercial, the way he does the commercial is really hilarious. Squarespace. But the other day did you listen to the one just after Thanksgiving?
No. Which one was that?
Who did he have on? The actor Bill Pullman.
Haven't seen it.
It's because he's in a lot of movies that neither one of you have probably seen. But he talks about, he's like, yeah. So how was your Thanksgiving? And he starts going. You know how he just goes through a litany of things like he's talking. He's like, yeah. Throw that. Just throw it. Did you throw it out yet? Throw out the turkey. Throw out the pumpkin pie. I had a terrible and he just starts going,
Just going through it.
But it was like such a funny monologue. It's like exactly what you do the day after Thanksgiving. Like you got to go through the list. Like I got to throw this stuff out. Like, and he just starts listing. I was in the car, but the way he says it is just, he's so funny when he seems like he's talking right to you, and it's just him alone. When you realize the fact is he's just in his garage.
Yeah.
Like it's so brilliant.
He has a complicated relationship with food too. So
Oh, does he?
Yeah, dude. He has he's been pretty open about like feeling like he has some sort of eating disorder. I don't know if he's gotten to the point.
Well, he's
of
been
like,
talking about he had to get a bigger pair of pants. Is that? But
like anytime he eats anything, he feels like this enormous amount of guilt because his mom would really used to kind of guilt trip him over his weight or gaining weight, and he never was.
But
I don't
he's a
think
thin
like
guy. He's
I know. I don't think he ever got to that point, but his mom was very conscious about like
he's
that
not
kind
as
of
thin
stuff.
as this guy, but he's
No.
but yeah.
He's actually in good shape, man. Have you seen his like recent like posts? But yeah,
I haven't like looked at photos of him, but I mean,
follow his Instagram because he goes live every once in a while,
really?
and it's worth it. Yeah,
I love that dude. I feel like a real kinship with him.
Yeah.
Just the things that I can't believe how brutally honest he is with the people he's interviewing. Like he's like, let's talk about it. And he just brings up it's really amazing.
If you want to go back to a good WTF episode, go back to the Carlos Mencia epised.
Oh, does he have Mencia?
Oh, dude, it is insane.
I never heard that.
Because he calls out Carlos Mencia for bumping him and stealing jokes, and then post after the interview.
Stole from Mark Maron?
Oh, I'm just like generally speaking.
Oh, because I couldn't see him doing
Carlos
Maron's
Mencia
jokes.
was just a jerk to other comedians in general.
Well, that I know, and I saw the whole Rogan
like
thing.
He would bump. I think he bumped Mark Maron, and then took all of his time basically. So Mark
just because he could?
Just because he could.
Oh, wow. I never did listen. Now I want to listen to that.
You should. That's probably my favorite episode, because I don't know if it's a two... Well, besides the Louis C.K. episode, which is a two-part, but...
Well, the Eddie Murphy episode.
Oh, that was really good, too. That was so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, I'm a big anything Eddie Murphy. I'm going to, So I thought that was an amazing... Just because he was able to make Eddie laugh.
Yeah.
Why aren't your candles on? Put the candles on.
Yeah, and Eddie's laughing at that, though. He thought that was hilarious. I forget what he said, though. What he said it looked
like, I'm not special. You can't have the candles on for me.
What did he say it looked like? He was in some...
You look in the bowling alley.
The bowling alley.
And he was in the fucking bowling alley, dude. This is his house.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy and his 8 children. Yeah, that was a great interview. But I love that he's that brutally honest with himself. You know, he does it, and that's the way great comedians are. But he's like those little things he does in the beginning where he's just having a little monologue with himself, and it's like
very good stuff.
All the stuff that he's just bringing up, most people would be afraid to say sitting by themselves, and he's like shouting it out to however. I don't know how
open.
He's very. I love him.
Man, my go-to. Earlier you were talking about like your go-to thing to go back to when you feel like crying. My go-to thing is when he interviewed, I think it was Sean Penn, and at the same episode he interviewed his late girlfriend. What was her name?
Oh, the director.
Yeah, Lynn Shelton.
Lynn Shelton.
But it wasn't even the interviews that made me cry, man. Before the interview, I don't think he does this anymore, but he reads fan emails, and one of the fan emails was like about this lady whose husband just got back from the war, and basically going through a lot of PTSD and wasn't himself anymore. She was saying that to him. But ever since then, he started listening to Mark Maron, and there was a different glow to him, right? And every time he would come back home, he would tell her about this show, and they ended up going to see him live, and her husband was just like a regular person after that. Like all the weight of the war fell off him when Mark was talking to him.
So like the same like kind of positive attributes to like microdosing and for PTSD came from listening to Mark Maron.
Yeah, dude. And then Mark started crying, dude. And it just gets me crying.
Mark started crying?
Yeah, dude.
On the air.
On the air.
Wow.
Yeah. I gotta show you that clip later because
I would love to see it.
It's really emotional. Oh, dude.
You're goosebumply right now?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
A little bit. Now I'm not because you're staring at me. It's a lot of pressure.
Even harder.
I love that dude. He's
fucking brilliant,
so amazing. Man. But there are a couple things that I go to when I have to, like you feel like you have to cry.
Yeah, well, tell the viewers what we were watching before because the Mums clip, right, from Def Poetry Jam. Yeah, the one where with the corrupted Quarter Waters quote in it. That it's an astounding 3 minutes of. It's just amazing, and I don't know. It's how he delivers it. But it's also it's like the perfect balance of what he has to say and how he says it. Like there's something, we were talking about this, like there's some things that I miss if there's no melody, sometimes I miss the lyrics just because it's not the first thing that I go to. Yeah. And we were talking about that with Donald Fagen. It's like Donald Fagen songs are so brilliant on melodic and harmonic levels that the melody themselves grabs me, and then I start to listen to the words, and it takes me a bunch of listens to really get to that. But with the Mums, some things just cut right through that, and the Mums clip really does do that. There's 2 things that will immediately, and I controlled myself because I was amongst you two and I didn't want you to see me cry, but if I'm by myself or if I need to cry.
If you start crying, I will start crying, bro. Oh my God. I will feel about your fucking crying right now. Stop that.
I want to see what happens to me when you two start crying.
You better start crying, dude.
I don't know.
Kleenex if you're looking to sponsor.
Yep. Tears for Fears. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So that you know Tears for Fears, but not The Godfather.
Yeah, something like that.
Don't look at me, Matt. Don't look at me.
I know that one Tears for Fears song to go like.
Everybody wants
that one. Yeah,
the world.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
that was. Dennis Miller's show on HBO like 20 years ago. That was the theme song for it.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Everybody Wants to Rule the World. They're on tour right now.
I know, they're making a comeback.
I just saw them.
Yeah.
I was like, because they
don't look the same anymore, dude. They're like regular people now.
40 years ago.
I know, but I'm just saying.
What, 85, 84, that album? What songs from the Big Chair or something? What's that called?
I don't know.
Big House. It's not Big House because that was an old term for prison.
I don't know. I know the one song.
Speaking of crying when you're by yourself, Brad.
All right, what else makes you cry, Matt?
I'm afraid to put. Well, all right. What's that song? The song "Dance with." Dance
with Your Father again.
That one.
Dude, that one. Dude,
that one floors me whenever I hear it. Whenever I hear it, and there's one line in it that does it. Does that song do that for you too? Luther Vandross.
Yep,
right?
Luther Vandross.
That song. Yeah. Have you ever listened to the lyrics?
Dude, that's like a famous song, like for any like dance, is like a father-daughter dance, kind of thing.
Do you know the song?
I played it at weddings before for.
It might lose its.
Yeah. Well, it didn't feel that special learning it hastily for a wedding day.
Making your 300, but
fuck Luther.
Can we just play Never Too Much?
Matt's in the corner crying.
It's the lyrics, but it's.
Come on, man.
You freaking E minor, you son of a. Yeah. And it's definitely because. That song's for real. The way he sings it, and he truly wrote it for his mother. You know, when his father died. Do you know what the song's about? You've listened.
We've talked about this before.
Then forget it. Moving on.
What else makes you cry?
Tell the audience.
Tell the audience.
What's the line in the song that makes you cry?
The line is when he says, "Spin me around till I fall asleep, then up the stairs he would carry me." And now the reason why that does that to me is because. I literally my father used to spin us. We used to get on my dad's back and he would take us up the stairs to go to sleep. We would wait like at the bottom, one at a time, because he wasn't that strong. He couldn't put the 4 kids at once.
Yeah. Nice.
Shout out to weak bastard.
Your dad was ripped though, man.
No, he was. Yeah. I'm only kidding, but one at a time. But like we would play this like, we would fool around like that, and then we would be tired, and he'd put us on his back and bring us to sleep. So when the first time I heard that song, I just bawled like a baby. Yeah. And I think I even pissed myself like a baby. You know, so
what it tastes like. The tears and the piss.
Salty. Yeah. But yeah, that song. I remember the first time I heard it, it's the way he delivers it, you know, but each stanza, there's 3 stanzas in that. And they're just, you know, like all of the things about loss that he talks about from the different perspectives, from being a child to his mom crying, you know, and just wishing for just trading everything for that one moment where you could just have it back for a second. And so like that song, I don't know if I would have ever experienced that or ever thought about that song that way if I didn't have that loss for whatever reasons.
I mean, for me, it doesn't make me cry. I mean, I will say
that's
like...
because you're a cold, heartless bastard.
Yeah, I guess.
That too, yeah.
But I don't react so much to that song. The R. Kelly cover makes me pee, though.
How'd it taste?
Let me ask you a question. How long have you been thinking about that line? Like, just be honest.
Just like shortly after you said the pee thing.
You're like, on deck.
You're just warming up in the battle circle. Just like,
I got the world.
By the way, you're still going.
And there's no better tribute to that than Chappelle. You know?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's just... that's amazing. And the R. Kelly's doo-doo butter.
All right. Do you have anything else that makes you cry that you want to touch?
R. Kelly's doo-doo butter.
Oh, that makes you
yeah, that's great up.
Every time I watch Chappelle show, my favorite skit is the simplest one. He's just like, knock, knock. People are like, who's there? He's like, skits, bitch. And then it starts playing.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think a day goes by where where Chappelle doesn't come up. He's such a genius. Yeah.
One of the greatest.
Well, he loves trans people too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Chappelle, if you're watching, sponsor us.
Sponsor us, Chappelle.
Oh yeah.
You know, I saw though they did hold up. They were going to the school that he went to, the School of the Arts that he went to in. Is that in Ohio? Is that where he's originally from?
I forget.
They were going to name the auditorium.
I know about that though. Yeah.
Yeah, and they held it up. It was supposed to happen, and they either postponed it or canceled it.
Okay, so what?
I think he's holding a voting, right? Like what he wants people, what he wants it to be, what people want it to be named instead of Chappelle because of the controversy.
It's still set to be named Chappelle, so they were going to postpone it because people were going to walk out, and then he ended up showing up, and it was like a kind of like secret thing. Like I think they made people not have their phones out or something.
Oh, okay.
And he like talked to students or whatever, and some students got offended, and there were articles written that were negative about that. But what he did while he was there is he was like talking to people, and then he afterwards the school was still set to name the auditorium after him, and he released a thing saying, okay, if you like that it's being named after me, donate to the school and say that, and if you don't want it to be named after me, donate to the school and say that, and if people who don't want it named that donate to the school, then they don't have to name it after me. Like I don't care.
Right.
Were they naming it after him in honor of him, or was it because of a donation that he made to the school?
Both.
He went to the school, right?
No, I believe so. Yeah,
I think he's just donated in the past. And,
yeah.
But I don't think he even cares about it being named after him. He just, it kind of sucks.
Yeah, he wrote, for what it's worth, it doesn't matter if he named the school after him. No, but I think it does. What a beautiful legacy, like to go to that school and to be able to
have it named after.
Yeah. Well, it shows where he is as an artist, and
I don't think he's hateful, and I get being offended by some of the things he says, and it's okay if you're offended, you're offended. But it's like I've never gotten the sense in all of his work that I've watched, like most of it, of anything hateful from him. He's just making jokes, and he seems like a loving person to me, and he inspires love for me. Yeah, I mean,
and it depends on your perspective. It's one of those things where it's like I try not to. I don't know enough about like the trans experience and the trans kind of like how do I put this? Just the experience, like I don't get like hate for being trans, so it could potentially trigger some trans people, negatively, right? And it's not my place to speak for them and be like, no, but this wasn't offensive, right? Because if it was offensive to them, we don't get to say that. It wasn't. It was. I saw it. I didn't take that away from it, but I think that's just because of my lack of experience of, I'm not trans.
Yeah, I certainly don't get it, and I don't blame people for being offended, but I don't think it should be taken down, or what. I think it should be talked about, and I think in anything comedic, I mean, it's the point of it is to go to those places and try to make it funny, and I want it to be funny for trans people too,
right?
But it's honestly, like again, you don't have to like it. I get that, but as far as actual political matters to address, there's bigger fish to fry than Dave Chappelle.
For sure. Have you seen the WTF episode about this where they were like, can you be a clean comedian nowadays?
Oh, no, I don't.
He had a great episode interviewing. I forget what his name was, but their whole discussion was like.
You mean somebody like Jerry Seinfeld? Like someone who doesn't curse?
No, not really, but more like just like staying away from like these topics,
PC,
like PC stuff.
Exactly.
Exactly. Because a lot of comics are like, their point was like, a lot of comics can blame PC culture for not getting gigs, but they're just not funny, right?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. I mean, there's you can get that.
I mean, that Dave Chappelle doesn't fall under that. I'm just saying.
He does
not. I think what they were trying to
to
bring up was like a lot of comedians that are starting up, or maybe not even starting up, like some that are washed up too, can say that, or do say that, like, oh yeah, I can't get any gigs because of PC culture. Like no one wants to hear offensive jokes anymore. But in reality, it's not true, right? Like,
yeah, and it's not even a matter of. I mean, offensive is so subjective.
Totally,
to
the person.
Like I'm not offended by what Chappelle says, but that's not the reason why I listen for delivery and punchline. I don't listen for, like, if it's funny, it's funny. It's kind of like if music is great. It's great. If you can talk yourself into not liking it for various reasons, you can, I guess, but it doesn't mean it doesn't make you feel a certain way. Like funny is funny. Man, I don't know. Dave Chappelle is, I don't even think it's arguably. I think he's the greatest living. Maybe I guess he's the greatest living comedian to me, and probably the greatest of his generation. Am I wrong in that?
He's my favorite. I mean,
yeah.
And I'm biased. I get that. Like I said, I don't blame anyone.
But I don't listen to it and go, oh, I can't wait to be offended, or I can't wait for something really. It's just he has a perspective and he puts things a way that's unique to him. And guys like that, artists like that. Another guy who was very helpful to me just for understanding the world is Jon Stewart.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't put it in those terms. I can't. So I need somebody like him to do it.
Put it like that.
Because I can't. There's no way that I could. It's just that after I used to love that hour of television, the Daily Show into Cold Air.
He's back too, man.
He's on HBO,
right?
yeah.
I haven't seen any episodes. Is it good?
It's great. It's great. Yeah. But it's not like punchline. It's not. It's an interview show.
Yeah.
But he's talking about really important issues, cool. Like the one he did one on gun violence, and he did another one on why politicians are still dragging their feet in Washington on the healthcare bill or on any healthcare bill, but I think it's the healthcare bill that would treat 9/11 first responders.
Oh, he was a huge part of that.
Still is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an advocate for that because he can't understand. Anybody who comes out publicly against that bill, he's going to take to task because there's no way as a human being, if you have any heart at all, that you would say, oh, you're a first responder during 9/11, you don't deserve health care.
Yeah. And all those people too.
And he's making you account for it. Like he's making you publicly say it, which nobody wants to, but he is. So yeah, it's that kind of show. He interviews different people about that, but it's not sketches like the Daily Show.
Right.
But it's great. I miss Jon Stewart. I missed Dave Chappelle, that 10-year hiatus.
Yeah, and he's going back on hiatus. So
he says.
Well, yeah.
But there's like, what, 7? How many Netflix specials?
There's a lot.
6.
Yeah.
Which are like my favorite body of stand-up work ever.
I'm just saying, like, he has a, like, I kind of look at Chappelle as like you can love him or hate him, but I think it's a unique perspective that personally I can't get anywhere else. Like I really, it's not just about he's very serious about what he does, and
right.
I'm not here to debate whether or not it's right that I like him if somebody else is offended by him. I think that's what free speech begets.
Right, but exactly. I was just listening to a podcast on my way here. Do you know Whiskey Ginger? Do you know that one? With Andrew Santino. He was interviewing Anthony Jeselnik, and
I love Jeselnik.
They're such a good comedian.
I saw Jeselnik a couple of years ago in Albany, maybe 5 years ago, 6 years. He's fun to see on tour.
Dude, his jokes are, but they're fucking incredible.
Yeah, his opening joke, I don't think I'm ruining it because this is a special that's out, but he said, he comes out and he says, I lost both of my grandparents in the Holocaust Museum. Like, I'm sorry if I'm ruining one of his jokes, but like all of his jokes are like that, and they just kind of slap you. Like there's like a delayed. He's a really unique comic. Yeah. Sorry, what were they?
No, they were just discussing Chappelle a little bit, and they were kind of going into like the whole controversy going around him right now. But what they can't deny is that this dude's a genius.
He's a total genius.
You can't deny that Dave Chappelle is like one of the most influential artists, not just comedians, like artists of our lifetime.
He's once in a generation, yeah.
Right, and the funny thing is like all these like venues, like he's been smoking cigars everywhere, right? Chappelle,
and
cigarettes, exactly. So like a lot of the venues he plays, you can't smoke in, but no one's gonna tell Dave Chappelle you can't.
You're
smoke.
allowed as the artist. You can smoke on the stage.
Not even as the artist, apparently.
At least in like Texas and stuff. I don't know about New York, but like in certain states, there's like a license as a performer that you are allowed.
Yeah. In New York, definitely New York, but I never thought about another state.
Even if you can't smoke on stage, you can't tell Dave Chappelle you can't smoke on stage.
No.
It's fucking Dave Chappelle.
It's Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Let's see you try.
Yeah, he's a fascinating human being. Like I was going to say something, but now I can't remember. But I've seen him twice, and it's a remarkable show.
Yeah, I haven't seen him live.
Oh, you should really absolutely see him. I saw him.
I feel like tickets are going to be crazy expensive or something like that.
They're $150 a piece.
God damn.
But it's but like you get a show like no other show.
Yeah.
Like when I saw him, my wife got tickets. I didn't get tickets. We saw him at Radio City on his comeback. So he gave everybody in the audience, I don't even want to say comeback because it's not like he was down. He just started doing stand up publicly again.
Resurface.
He resurfaced.
Confront?
Yeah. Yes, exactly. He gave
That was
everybody
the show we saw Louis do.
Yeah.
Now that one you need a seat for. Yeah.
There's like a splash zone.
Like Gallagher.
You gotta wear a raincoat if you're in the first two front rows, you know? It's like Shamu.
When we saw him, everybody in the audience got a t-shirt. No
That's
charge.
awesome.
Yeah, so
That's
he's like,
awesome.
he comes out, he says, make sure you take a t-shirt. They had just had bins of t-shirts and you just picked one out. But it was the first time we saw him was Erykah Badu was the other act.
Whoa.
So he comes out. So there was 3 openers. Our boy Dave Attell was one of them, I think, and then the other 2 was what's the director from the 40-Year-Old Virgin?
Judd Apatow.
Judd Apatow does incredible stand-up, and I had no idea. He comes out and he does like, so each one of these guys does like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then 20 minutes, and then Dave comes out and he does an hour. And then Erykah Badu comes out and does an hour. It's like
Erykah Badu closed it?
So he switched it every other night. So the night we saw, he came out first, and then so he was. But he talked about it. He switched it up. So he would the next night he would do. Then she would open and he would close. And then I saw him again with the Roots, and same thing.
That's
like
awesome.
3 openers that are amazing. Like not like up and comers. Like real
like legit.
And then he comes out and I saw the one from Texas where he does that I think I saw when I saw that one I was like I recognized a bunch of that material. And then the Roots, let's see, it was the opposite. I think the Roots started and then he closes.
That's awesome.
It was amazing. Like so and for $150 it's well worth it. We were 6th row at Radio City.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, we were a few rows behind 50 Cent, 57. I didn't realize that dude was that big. Like that's how close we were to him. And no one's going to stalk him anyway.
$1.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. I mean, I know there's a lot of controversy, but there are people, no one, I think there's a perspective that's you can't get anywhere else.
Totally.
And the way he tells stories. I also agree with him that if you're going to not be a fan of that, you should watch the entire.
Totally.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude. A lot of people.
Episode.
Almost every. Well, I can't really say that, but a lot of the people who I know who did jump to the conclusion of like, you know, alienating him from like any kind of comedy or choosing to like protest against him. Dude, never even watched it, and they don't have any context besides what's in the headlines, right?
Yeah. And I actually understand that, but I couldn't, like, if you're going to, like, I really feel like if you're going to, I think opinions are cheap, like, and now we have a lot of access to opinions.
Oh yeah,
we have a lot. So if you can back it up, cool. But if you haven't seen it, you know, I don't know if you can really, like, you should watch the whole thing. Like there's love it or hate it. If you're going to have an opinion, how can you have an opinion if you haven't watched it?
You can't.
You know?
Yeah. I gotta pee really bad. Can I do that?
Well, we've been going a really long time.
I've been going this whole time. You didn't. You've been holding it?
I was gonna, dude. No, I've been peeing.
Okay.
It tastes fantastic. But you know,
I think that brings the episode full circle. I
think so. But what happens to Jennifer Anniston?
Jennifer Anniston dies at the end of this episode.
Oh my god!
How long have you been going for?
Like 3 hours?
No way. No way. Probably an hour, right?
Yeah, maybe like 2 hours.
Really?
At least.
Have we been going 2 hours?
Maybe not. I don't know.
What's the logic?
The red dot?
Yeah, the red dot's there. But this is. I think
doesn't timestamp. It just tells you like 300 bars.
You can change that. You can change that to like bars and minutes.
I didn't get that far in the book. Maybe you can change it.
Maybe you should read.
Well, I mean, we can keep going, but
I just gotta really pee. So what?
Was there other stuff to
I mean, I just figured we could sign off with like a quick what else to look out for with Bad Mothers.
No, let's do it, man.
And what you've been doing at Eventide and all that.
Yeah, let's do it. I don't gotta pee that bad.
Okay,
Let's go. Okay, my man, come on, let me get in that thing. Okay, all right, yeah, baby, all right.
Brad's right hand is going to file a restraining order against you.
How about this guy? Right? Get in there.
Oh, I was going to put the rest of that half and half back in the container, but we'll leave that. All right.
Now I gotta pee.
After we get off air, I gotta tell you guys about this ad that I got last night.
Oh yeah.
While I was watching a video that you watch before you go to bed.
Rick and Morty. That's what I watched before going to bed.
Yeah, sort of. It was just. I'll tell you off air. I'll tell you off air. Yeah.
All right, so you can ask your question, and then we'll end the episode and pack and go urinate.
Well, you've got the album coming up with Bad Mothers, so like, what's the plan? You guys like got any touring stuff coming up? Are you like?
Well, touring is hard.
You need an opener
right now. Oh, dude, sponsor us, Bad Mothers, if you're around. Touring is hard, but we're looking to hopefully go on tour next year. They're pitching us to a bunch of people.
By next year, do you mean next month? Or
no, like next 2022, but okay. Like not starting next month.
Not starting in January. That's a bad time to start it.
Yeah, but we're playing a gig at Empire Live in January 8th, so that's gonna be cool.
Awesome.
Album coming out December 10th, so that's gonna be awesome.
That's like very soon. Yeah.
That's like in a couple weeks. Maybe this episode won't even be out by then.
I think that's like a week from. What's today?
That's like a week. 4th
to the 5th. Yeah, it's coming up.
Awesome. Yeah, it's out in 6 days.
So it'll probably already be out by the time.
So go to Spotify, go to badmothersmusic.com. Our Instagram at badmothers and stuff like that. And just check it out. We work so hard. Every single video that we do is all done by us. All the recordings done by us. We're signed to Black Country Rock, but and they're awesome. But all the music videos and everything like that is fully sourced by Bad Mothers and edited by us, shot by us, written by us. The whole shebang.
Who made the mask?
I made the masks, but those are from the company Blueprint. So like they're like they gave me like a bunch of like printed paper, and I literally glued those paper into like a cardboard paper, and then I would cut the little thingies and I would fold it just right, and then I would glue it into one. It takes like 8 hours per mask, dude.
Really? And there's more than one mask?
There's 4 masks total.
I thought you guys were all using the same mask.
No, 4 different masks.
You had to have COVID protocols on the mask.
No.
You couldn't wear the same one. Okay, cool.
No, it is like all different characters too. Like there's like the demon, it was like the bunny, and then the goat. And
I
the
thought
wolf.
That was just different colors you did on the one. I didn't realize it was.
No, dude, all totally unique different masks.
Wow.
And some of them were longer than the other. Yeah, dude, it took forever, but worth it. That's inspired the whole first music video. Yeah,
it was awesome.
Dr. Fauci said you should double mask though.
Yeah,
so
Dr. Fauci.
Run it back.
Sponsor us, Dr. Fauci. If you're hearing us right now. Or I'm booster shotted. Are you guys booster shotted?
Yeah.
How did you feel after the booster?
I got the Dr. Scholl's vaccine and my feet were killing me.
Wow. Good joke. That one killed myself.
Brought to you by Frank Zappa's Stinkfoot.
Sponsor us, foot something.
Well, Johnson & Johnson really needs some help, I'm sure. So Johnson & Johnson,
they want to sponsor us.
Yeah, you guys need it. You're like the joke vaccine.
Dude, fuck you guys. But sponsor us though.
Yeah.
I didn't have any side effects though.
Really?
Yeah,
I felt fine too. A lot of people said the booster was brutal though.
My mother said that. Shout out to Mom.
Shout out, sponsor us.
She has. She sponsored us the first 23 years of my life. Yeah, 24 years. Yeah. Whenever I finished college.
It's never too late to get back into sponsoring, you know?
Yeah, Brutal Booster. That's the new single, right?
Brutal Booster. Oh, dude, hell yeah. So metal.
But yeah.
I had the Pfizer one though.
Okay. I got Pfizer. I'm triple Pfizered.
So triple Pfizered. I got your Moderna.
Yeah.
Dude, I invested in Moderna stocks right before the pandemic, and I made some bread. No, I'm rich. I don't have to touch you. No, let me get in there. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. I wanted to. Just playing hard to get.
Oh my god, my girlfriend thinks I'm gay.
Playing hard. She knows. She knows what's up.
He's gay. Okay, well, Bad Mother stuff is awesome. I know you gotta pee. Eventide, anything cool to look out for?
Dude, Eventide's always doing
come down
something
and
cool.
Play some stuff.
Yeah, you do.
We've been supposed to do this for like 3 years now.
Oh, I know, dude. I know.
I got to get down there and...
I should have brought a few pedals up for you to try, because we just released one called the Micro... Not just released it, but we released it a few months ago called the Micro Pitch, which is like the signature kind of Eddie Van Halen, you know.
I saw the video. There was
the Pete Thorne video thing.
Yeah. I didn't know that was a thing. I had it just sounded great. And I was like, what's going on? I didn't know this was like Eddie. Like, I didn't realize.
It's not like being marketed as like his signature sound, but that is
but
what
when he did it, I was like, this is crazy. There's like a certain sound that it just becomes that like I'm so used to just plugging in and turning the amp to whatever.
Yeah. Well, what's the story? Like why Eddie Van Halen did that? It was like because his guitar was only panned to like one side.
It was complex. Like I start to tap out when things are more complex than 57 on the grill.
Oh no, dude!
Like I really am. Like I can't. My mind can't handle it.
Well, I think the story was that like Eddie was listening to one of the tunes in his car, and he could only hear. I think one of the speakers were broken on the right side, and that's where his guitar was panned to. So he asked the engineer to double his guitar. And that's kind of how that technique was born. Because like if you double the guitar and sort of like change the position of it slightly and maybe kind of like modulate the pitch just very slightly.
So he's double tracking it, you're saying?
He didn't even double track it. It sounds like a double track.
Oh.
But it's not. It's like it's just doubled and then slightly delayed with the H910 thing because it would change your pitch only like by a couple cents and it sounds wide. It's like a still chorus.
I watched that video, but it really was the chain that was involved with. Yeah. It was a little much for me. And I shouldn't be. I should really get into that kind of thing.
Yeah. I'll bring it next time I see you. Or you should come down to Eventide.
No, I know. Anyway. That's what break's coming up. Maybe
come down, dude. Eventide's doing a bunch of cool stuff, man. We just released a new plugin, Split EQ. Revolutionizing EQ. Basically, you can EQ like your tonal versus your transient, which is a lot of like kind of like, you know how like you could, that's a transient and then our voices are our tonals. So you can EQ those separately. So if you have a drum,
I'm just gonna say yes, but when we wrap, you tell me after what the hell you're talking about.
It's cool, and we did a commercial for that. It looks awesome, and we're coming out with a bunch of other cool new stuff. I love working there.
Excellent.
Yeah, good people, good artists.
Lovely people.
Yeah.
You've been there, what, 5
years almost, man. Yeah.
You interned there during your senior year?
I interned there junior going into senior year, so that like internship like thing, and then once I graduated college, I just emailed the owner of the company like, hey, you got a job for me? And I think he was like, not really. And I was just like, well, I guess I'm fucked. But he got back to me. I got in there entry level, just moved my way up to right now I'm doing content direction.
Shout out to Eventide for
sponsor us. They might. They have a podcast too called Gear Club Podcast. Who
is it as good as ours?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's fucking really good, actually.
Shout out Line 6 if you're
Boss Pedals, whoever else.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we could go on about this stuff, but I figure
hold on. Serious shout out to Reverend Guitars though.
Oh, dude, yeah. Ken, if you're listening.
Ken Haas.
Yeah, Penny and Ken, if you guys are listening. And yeah, those people are awesome, man.
They are.
Joe Naylor, too, dude. Joe Naylor's like the original designer of the Reverend stuff and the Rail Hammer pickup.
Is that like an adult movie name? Or is that...
Joe Naylor.
Jeez.
Dude,
that seriously sounds like Chargers to me, right? We got this guy on Joe Naylor. Jeez.
This guy's got
I'm sorry.
What are you in for? What are you in for? Joe Naylor. Oh God. All the prisoners.
Yeah.
No, he's the original designer of the Reverend stuff, and he designs the Rail Hammer pickups. And he's just
really? Yeah, I love my Rail Hammer.
Brilliant dude.
Because you showed it to me.
Yeah, dude. And it sounds great, man. Super. And it's just like, I got into it because I was just like, that's a cool looking pickup. I was like, the fucking rails and the hammers. Like, that's so unique. But it sounds really good.
It sounds great. I played yours here at the house.
That's how you got into it.
And I ordered one, I think, that night.
Yeah.
Or you introduced me the next day.
I introduced you to Ken, and then you kind of just got
it was in the mail, like...
Oh, not even a week later.
Yeah. Well, they had to build it, but like I had it ordered and paid. Like, oh yeah, and they didn't even charge me until they shipped it. But like those are the most loveliest.
I love people at Reverend.
People. Yeah, I love working with them. They're fantastic.
Yeah, you should get Ken on this podcast.
Would he do it?
Hey Ken. Would you do it?
Check out one of these basses. The Reverend basses.
Dude, seriously though, they're great basses. Yeah.
I mean, I love the guitar, but I gotta.
It's genius, man. Like they have. Do you use like the bass roll off knob thing for you? You know the what you call it?
All I see is the.
Do you use that bass roll off? You know, like the.
I thought it was a mid roll. Whatever
bass
the last
roll off.
The last knob. That's my favorite.
It just turns your fucking thing into like a single coil without the noise.
It's so amazing though, because depending on the venue I'm playing in, I using overdrive. If it depends. If like I play with a couple of different groups. One is the Reeling in the Ears group, and that has like 12 people in it. When it comes time to solo, that knob is like I kind of can dial in the sound so that it's not. It allows it to find its place. I can find the place.
Through.
Yeah. So if I wanted to cut more, I don't need as much. But when I'm by myself or tracking here at the house, I'll use it a lot more of it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's incredible.
Dude, it's fucking brilliant.
I thought you told me it was a mid roll off.
It's a bass roll off, I believe.
Is that something that they do?
I mean, I don't know. I think other people do it, but like they're the only people who do it like on production, as far as I know.
It's amazing. And on the other one that I have of yours with the 3P90s.
Yeah, the second and fourth position is so good.
Yep.
So quacky.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, man. They have good stuff. And they're the only guitar company really that I've ever like bought like fucking 5 of their guitars, 6 of their guitars.
Oh, I'm definitely buying more of them.
Yeah.
I love
it.
Them.
Looks good. I'm into that like Jazz Master shape and yeah.
And the new orange, I don't know what they're. Well, I know what Greg Koch calls his. I mean, that's
what's he call it?
the clockwork orange, right? Does he call it that? There's Blucifer.
Blucifer is cool. I love that name. That's a cool name.
Blucifer is cool, and I think it's or Cockwork orange.
Cockwork
because his last name was.
Yeah.
I know it looks like Koch, but he pronounces it Koch.
Yeah. Greg Koch.
Yeah.
Guy's a bad motherfucker too, man. Holy
One of my favorite players.
Have you seen Greg Koch play?
No.
Have you seen? Yes, I know. I had like a burp stuck in like my throat. I'm like, have you seen that?
Greg is I've discovered him maybe 20 years ago. I just bought a CD for back when you did that for no reason. I just saw it and I was like, oh, maybe this is cool. And I'm a huge fan of him, man.
Dude.
Yeah.
We love ourselves.
And he's a lovely person, it would seem to. Also quite tall. It's like 6'7".
Dude, he's like twice your height, Brad. The dude is huge.
Guys, you're scaring me.
Yes, he's
doesn't use any pedals. Just plug straight
You're
into the
5'10"? So he's 10'20".
5'11". 5'11".
Are you 5'11"? I think I'm 5'10".
I'm 6'1", I think. Yeah, I'm 6'2" on Tinder.
Yeah, I'm like 6
when
on
I was on Tinder.
Well, yeah, I was saying when I think I might have said 6 once, but it's like 5'11" and a half.
Yo. God damn it.
Jeez. You're gonna call me out on the podcast. I'm at 5'10", right?
I mean, last week I looked like I was 3'11". I had my seat all the way down. Yeah.
I was editing the video and I was trying to skew it a little bit. I was like, I can't make this not look.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brad, does your girlfriend know that you're gay? Yes.
Yeah, after she sees your fucking group chat with you.
Dude, listen, that was an awesome. That's gonna be a sick Christmas ornament.
Yeah,
I didn't even show her that part, guys.
You've got like to the end of day to get us a photo. If not, it's just gonna be me and Pat.
Yeah, okay. Or we can just take it in real life, and we don't have to do a Photoshop. You know? Exactly. Oh. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well,
we'll get that cow creamer in it too.
Cool.
What goes in this here? Oh, the cream.
That's yeah, man. Do you not know how that works?
No.
That is a good creamer. I love that creamer.
It tasted great.
I don't even have a creamer.
Yeah.
You're not married.
Yeah.
What's that? Wait, hold on. What?
You don't get a creamer until you get married. Like that's something
I thought a creamer just comes in like a fucking thing.
No. What I'm saying is like to have an actual
dedicated creamer.
Yeah, that's
like we have a turkey roasting pan.
Yeah.
We have 3 vacuum cleaners.
3 vacuum cleaners?
3 vacuum cleaners. Oh
yeah.
My God.
Do you vacuum frequently? I don't ever vacuum.
No, but I have. It's like when you live with somebody, you have domestic things. Unless you're just a slob.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, okay.
Same.
I can't be that slob anymore. I just can't do it.
Yeah.
It makes for a rocky affair.
I would imagine.
Imagine. What are you from?
I would imagine. I would imagine, eh?
We were talking about Greg Koch, and now you're like from Wisconsin. It's like
I was gonna start this podcast. I was gonna do the whole podcast Australian, by the way. But I was like, fucking mate, fucking do it Australian. Why not fucking start it off like this, man? You know?
Wow.
It's not fucking bad, right?
We need the diversity credit in the show.
You're fucking Australia. If you're watching, sponsor us, man. You know, it's gonna be fucking good.
Outback Steakhouse? Sponsor us.
Outback, mate. Why don't you fucking sponsor us, eh?
What's the beer?
Oh, Foster's.
Yeah. Foster's beer. Fucking love your brew. Sponsor us, man.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of Ted Lasso, and Jamie Tart always sounds like that. He's just like, why won't he coach, ma? And ride a tour. I'm like, fucking speak normal.
Yeah. Now we're really canceled.
Offended an entire continent.
Sponsor. Can you really cancel the
We had
UK,
Foster's
though?
and then we lost them. Yeah.
No, we got him. Foster's, mate. If you're watching, and I know you are, sponsor us, mate. You know, it's going to be quite fun to me in this fucking podcast. A lot of people watching, mate. Some mom subscribe.
Yes, she does. She does.
Yeah,
I don't know if she does yet.
No, you should click the subscribe button on
still might be
screen.
clicking on
The
the
video kept pausing when I clicked it.
So does she talk about me?
What's your mom
There's
think about
nothing I
that?
could say right now, but I mean, yes.
I feel like we
she
have
really likes
good
you, actually.
chemistry.
Do you feel like Matt's mom doesn't like you?
You feel like you have good
I
chemistry
feel like
with my mom?
Yeah, I feel like we'd have great chemistry.
You and my mom.
Yeah.
Would you ever have your mom on as a guest?
She doesn't live in the country.
Yeah.
Really? Korea?
No. I don't even know why that's funny.
She's in
North.
BTS, dude.
North Korea.
She was in Squid Games.
That's a great show.
Oh, so good.
Yeah,
dude.
it's a good
Haven't
show.
seen it.
Yeah. Oh, dude, you really need to see that show, man.
That's a
I
great
know.
Oh, dude, I feel like you're missing out on a lot, dude.
Why? Because I'm Korean?
That's racist, man. Are you Korean? 'Cause no.
Yeah, you can't tell?
What
Don't even
can I
involve
say?
me in this. With
Matt, what do you think?
My mic's gonna be muted the rest
People
of this
think I'm
conversation.
Irish. I'm actually Scandinavian.
Are you really Scandinavian? Have you been to Scandinavia?
No.
Is that a real place?
That's where the Narnia takes place.
Oh, I thought it was in a closet, man. It does start in a closet, though.
No, guys, for my girlfriend, I swear I'm not in the closet.
You're here, dude. He's in the.
I'm from Narnia, but
The proof is everywhere here. Yeah. I feel like you keep denying it like there's something wrong with being gay, Brad, and it's honestly making me uncomfortable.
all right, guys, I'm like 2% gay.
2%. You're like
Yeah.
the milk.
What? Yeah,
Like 2% milk.
yeah.
All right, cool.
What do you think, Matt?
I think if he goes any further down this, it's going to be the Mink and the Pat show.
Listen, you need a little bit of diversity in this show, and I'm
Yeah.
happy to step
You need
in.
a nice Korean ginger.
Jesus.
I think we. I think we need
Enter Brad.
I think what we're gonna have happen is whenever he says things like this, I'm just gonna point to the camera and you're gonna cue the music, and then we'll come back in. But we should make Pat like this should be a regular thing.
Yes.
I'm so down, dude.
100%.
This should be a
Yeah.
regular.
It was a
thing.
nice drive up here too, I will say.
always a
It
nice
always
drive.
is. Except for I was stuck with someone like, you know when you're going down this road, the Mohawk Mountain thing, like it's a nice drive unless you're stuck behind someone going like 20 miles per
Yeah.
hour. Dude, what the fuck?
in all.
Come on, man.
That's when you just start laying your brights on and beeping the horn. I think that's what
do you do
Mohawk
that?
put you in the mood to do.
Oh, dude, I was so pissed. I was like, "What are you doing? It's 45 miles an hour here."
Yeah, was it going up the hill? Was it going up?
Yeah, but not
Did
the
he
whole
turn
time.
did they turn into Mohawk?
Yeah.
Right. That's why, because they're not from the area.
Sucks, dude.
So-
I'm not from the area, but I'm like,
no,
the
but you've been
speed
down that
limit's
road
like-
a bunch of times. So just know if you're behind someone on the way up that's driving like that, it's because they've never been here before.
Okay.
And then when they turn, you come down. In their defense, it's a dangerous road if you don't know.
No, I trust me. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, if
yeah.
you don't, there's some pretty gnarly Narnia turns on that.
A lot of closets.
But there's a couple of hairpins on there that if you're not ready for them, you're going to be in a little bit of trouble. And try that road in another month when there's ice and snow on it.
Oh, dude, I have, man.
Yeah.
It was fun though, man.
You know you can bypass all that though.
I didn't know.
You could go. There's two other ways you could go. One
but
is also mountainous, but the other one is just straight
I
ahead.
kind of like going the mountainous way,
I hear
though,
you.
you know what I mean? Especially that like bridge that goes into a one-way, but no one really knows who's going
You're just
first.
waiting. It's even better when the trucks are like, "I'm going first," and you're just, yeah. That's a dangerous road.
It's fun though.
Yeah, it is fun.
Yeah, they just filmed a show there too, man. Right in Mohawk Mountain.
They filmed a lot. I mean, there's been a lot of movies done there.
Yeah. I was just watching a show that was filmed right on there about like this guy who they could. This is so dumb. Probably doesn't even need to be on there. But like they basically, the show is basically like you can buy your spot in the afterlife.
Oh,
You
They
know?
filmed at
And
Mohawk?
they filmed it at Mohawk.
Oh,
Like
cool.
that basically is like the afterlife because it's like paradise. So
You know, a lot of people think that The Shining was based on Mohawk, but it's not. It's based on a different. I don't know the name of the place, but the because you brought up The Shining. But Stephen King does stay at Mohawk, or used to anyway. Every year he would go there, and a lot of people thought that it was based on that, but it's not. There you go. That's
I don't even know this
interesting.
place. I'm just gonna.
Yeah,
dude, Mohawk is. Yeah, it's cool.
Mohawks are cool.
Mohawk,
Yeah.
No, Mohawk Mountain. Mohawk
That is a
Mountain
sick
House.
Mohawk,
Shout out
though.
Mohawk
Thanks,
Mountain
buddy.
House.
Sponsor us, Mohawk.
Yeah, it's Mohawk. There's an N in it.
Oh,
You're saying Mohawk like Mohawk Valley?
What is it?
Mohonk. Mousc.
Mohawk?
Mohawk.
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 that should be the
fuck
name
is
of
it?
the episodes where it's just us. Mohawk.
Mohawk.
Mohonk. Like honk the car.
How about Ho Monk?
Monk. That's my next album.
That's what,
That make.
that's what my girlfriend thinks I am. The homo.
Ho Monk.
Mink.
Ho Mink.
Mink ho.
Yeah.
This is just getting.
We're getting way off the rails. This
You
has been a lot of fun, though.
Anyway, you should start playing zombies again and start streaming it or some shit like that, man.
I am terrible at that game. The only
Yeah,
reason
that's-
why I
people would love
succeeded
to
was
watch
because
that.
of Sean McNair. You know,
He's
or
probably good at that
Aiden, and those guys could all play.
Those Gen Zers.
I can't tell you how many times they injected me with the serum to get me back to
Fuck up, man. It's the
Pfizer?
first wave.
We're talking about Pfizer?
Indeed.
Booster shot.
Yeah. Yeah. There you have it.
Good.
Well, are we gonna? Or is there more? Are we going more?
Oh, I was just picturing like the new zombie map that comes out is the Capitol on January 6th. Okay, but yeah, that's
There's a
all I
bunch of
got.
senators in the building.
We opened up Nancy Pelosi's office.
Sit on the desk and take a photo.
Oh my goodness.
God, I'm lightheaded from the coffee again.
Yeah.
Sponsor us,
Coffee.
Senator Pelosi.
Pelosi. Yeah.
Well, this was fun. Come back, Pat, please.
I will be back whenever. I love
Patrick,
this.
come
Thank
back.
you for having
Let's
me.
make it a monthly
Really.
thing.
I'm down, dude. I'm down
Let's
to make
do it a
this an
monthly
annual
thing.
thing.
You can come whenever,
Did
dude.
you say annual? I said monthly.
Annual.
This will definitely go down in the annals of history. This
Yeah,
one.
KY, sponsor us.
Icy hot. Let's get in there.
Okay.
That is their motto, right? Let's get in there.
Shaq is like, let's get in there.
Let's get in there.
Shaq has to like fucking rub Vaseline all over himself whenever he has to get into anything, right? That dude's huge.
Oh, you mean just to put clothes on?
Doorways.
Probably. Doorways, cars.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a rather large.
Brad. Whatever, you know?
My girlfriend's like, oh, Shaq is texting you?
This isn't even on air yet. Your girlfriend's like, you're definitely gay for sure. I saw that
Yes,
episode.
guys. Last night, that's what... we're out to dinner, and you guys are texting.
No, dude, it's not the first time. You're not the only person this has happened to. Me and Matt have been talking like this to each other forever, and
Our love has no boundaries.
Yeah.
I'm just so dizzy from the coffee and laughing.
Yes. Yeah. So let's
what-
leave it there. Poor Pat has to pee.
All right. Are we
right.
doing...
Red, are we just doing it all? I
Synchronized
gotta
clap
play the
again?
song as we
Yeah,
clap.
you lined it up very nicely on the last.
Dude, listen, we gotta do it every episode now.
Yeah. All right. So thanks for tuning into this episode of the Mink and the Monk and Pat. And
like, subscribe,
rate,
comment. We never got any questions. Thanks
for
Instagram.
that. And we'll see you on the next one.
All right.
Bye.